Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to part 5 of Ghostlight RPGs 24-hour Halloween spooktacular Scream Skull Spookstravaganza Skeletabletop Role Pleading LiveScream.
What?
Feel like that's too many horror-themed portmanteaus? You're wrong. It's not nearly enough. So far, you've been treated to Cthulhu Dark as we entered this abyssal night, spooky mini painting in the wee hours of the morn, dish pit witches for breakfast, and we just had the Haunting of Equestria with Emma running it. Fantastic job to everyone so far. It's been so much fun. However much you've been here and for however long you'll stay, thank you so much for coming. We are so happy and, given the season, horrified that you're here. Ghostlight RPGs is dedicated to bringing the spirit of live theater to role-playing games. We have a lot of content, past and present, so if you're liking what you're seeing, please follow and subscribe. Ghostlight also has just announced their Patreon account. Patreon is an incredible tool to support creators. The fact that it's not tied to individual projects gives creators enormous freedom. It's an easy system to opt in and out of, and it allows you to be part of creators' processes. Specifically, what we're starting with Ghostlight's Patreon is that when you become a subscriber, you will become part of our Discord channel. We'll have one for Patreon subscribers only, a chance for us to chat with casts and show leads and all sorts of things. It's going to be a really great, cool place to hang out and share memes. Let's be honest about what this is about. It's about memes. So just accept that and support Patreon. Anyway, my name is Ted Bushman. My pronouns are he and also him, and I am the game master this afternoon for Tales from the Loop, where we will play as kids on bikes in a science fiction version of the 80s that never was. If the teenagers of the 1980s could see us now, and they can because most of them are still alive, they'd probably be like, wow, it's very meta to have an RPG set during the dawn of RPGs. And to that, I would say, well, meta is all we can be now because intertextuality is currently the most powerful narrative currency in Hollywood and elsewhere. So, my tubular dudes, I heard you liked 80s role-playing references, so I got you a reference in your reference so you can reference while you reference. Join me today in welcoming our 4 friends. I'm so delighted to be playing with 4 incredible actors and role players today: Jess, Emma Carter, Jamie Hansen, and Carson Wright. Would you please all introduce yourselves and tell us your favorite piece of 80s media? So in that order, starting with Jess, then Emma, then Jamie, then Carson.
Hi, I'm Jess. My pronouns are they, she, but my character's name's she, her. Favorite 80s media? That's hard to say. It would be something that my brothers would watch because that didn't exist in the 80s.
Understandable.
So whatever my brothers were into. Do I toss it?
Yes, toss it. Emma.
Thank you. My name is Emma, she, her. I'm playing Bobbi, whose pronouns are also she, her, Bobbi Jean Bobski. And I also was not alive in the 80s, but I really like the movie Dirty Dancing. Very great soundtrack, really well written script. So that is going to be my favorite piece of 80s media. And was it Jamie who's next?
Yes,
it was.
Jamie.
Yeah. My name is Jamie. Pronouns are he, him. Playing very differently, Jimmy. Very different name. Really worked out to come up with that. I also was not around in the 80s, but I have spent a lot of time watching 80s things. And I am going to go with a Back to the Future as being one of my top 80s properties. I think the original movie is one of those that I consider like a perfect screenplay in terms of everything is perfect setup and payoff and nothing is wasted in it. It is where I go. And I will throw to Carson.
That's a good intro for me. Sorry. Hi, I'm Carson. I was up in the wee hours of the morning, so that's my excuse, maybe? Anyway, my pronouns are he, him. I'm playing RB today. Pronouns are also he, him. And my favorite, we were talking about it, distracting the pony stream, talking about Lady Hawk, the 1985 classic, which I just love it. It's got a great score. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer. It's got Ferris Bueller as a little French thief. It's great.
It's fabulous. Oh yes, the great actor Ferris Bueller.
Yes, Ferris Bueller.
Love it. Yes, fantastic. I would say my favorite piece of 80s media is The Dark Crystal. Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal. Gosh, that movie is so bizarre. 1982, I learned last night. I was not sure what year it came out, but yeah, that like really shaped my imagination and just terrified me a lot. Yeah. Anyway, awesome. So excited to be playing with you all today. Telling all you audience folks a bit about Tales from the Loop. It's a role-playing game about kids in the 80s that never was. I've sort of taught the rules to the rest of the group about how the dice work and all that. It's very simple. You'll catch it up as we go. But there's a few principles that you as the audience should know. These are technically like principles of the game, but you can take them as principles of real life too, if you want, maybe. So first, your hometown is full of strange and fantastic things. 2, everyday life is dull and unforgiving. 3, adults are out of reach and out of touch. 4, the land of the loop is dangerous, but kids will not die. 5, the game is played scene by scene. And 6, the world is described collaboratively. This last principle can apply to you in the chat as well. If you want to add some detail or flavor to our world, feel free to mention it in the chat. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the chat as we go and add in stuff that you guys are saying. I think that'd be a lot of fun. If you have suggestions about, what the Halloween posters look like or whatever for the Halloween dance, just let me know. So we're going to start with some music here, and I'm not sure if this is audible to everyone yet. Let's see. Yes, getting it? Here we are.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So welcome to Tales from the Loop. The year is 1985. The place, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Imagine like blurry 1980s VHS footage with like the tracking bar at the bottom as like fades in on like this helicopter shot, like B footage for a TV show of the 3 rivers of Pittsburgh, 2 rivers combining to make the Ohio River. And yeah, you can see the forest of Pennsylvania. I know people tune out during world description sometimes, but listen to this. This is real history. Pittsburgh in 1985 is a city that has just essentially collapsed. Once the booming center of the United States steel industry, Pittsburgh's many factories have gone dark. The city now has the highest unemployment rate in the country. And there are some counties, and this is real history, where 1 in 4 adults was unemployed, 25%. The current unemployment rate is like 2%. It's unbelievable. So this is a really dark time in Pittsburgh's history. People are not happy. The weather's getting colder and people are getting colder too. Everyone's noticing their parents being on edge. Even the guys announcing on the radio during Penguins games have seemed more upset than usual. It's a hard time in Pittsburgh. Now, our characters in the game know that there is a strange new science facility, a place with 3 big towers called the Loop. But only a few hundred people work there. And besides the robots that they've brought to the city, there are a few like large robots like fixing power lines and things, as well as a robot cat that our heroes found a few months ago. People don't know too much about it. But the world is its own thing, but you guys are focused on a little bit of a smaller world. You guys are kids, and it's freaking Halloween. Ring! The bell rings. Everyone's filing into science class. The windows of the classroom are wide open for some reason. There's a couple of branches covered with gold and bronze leaves coming through the window, along with a very, very cold October breeze. Through the window, you can see the wide Monongahela River and the bridges that cross it, downtown Pittsburgh, and the old Cartersville Steelworks with its chimneys long gone quiet. So Jimmy, Bobbi, and Chelsea, you are all in this science class together. And some of the kids are dressed normally. Some are wearing Halloween costumes because it's, Halloween day. The teacher isn't here yet. So would you describe your characters and what you all are up to? So let's start with Emma.
Bobbi is probably dressed up as like a teen wolf, like with her older brother's like varsity jacket that she got before she left home. And she's got like, she probably like found a wig at a thrift store and like tore it apart. And so she's got like hair on her, like the tops of her hands and like all over her face. And she's like wearing like a wig or something. So she looks wolfy with some little fangs. And that. She probably is not really interested in schoolwork at all and is maybe like wrapping or taking paper and making little paper balls and trying to throw it into the trash can across the room while they wait.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's what Bobby's up to.
Let's make a roll to see if you can get those paper balls in the trash can.
Yay!
So the attribute I think is probably going to be body.
Okay.
And then in terms of the specific skill, what do you think? Do you think either of the ones you have is applying here?
I have force or move. I don't know if this is really a force or not.
Yeah, force is the ability to lift heavy things, fight and endure in physically stressful situations. Moving is climbing high, balancing, or running fast. I would say it's either a move, like you're making the quick shot, or it even could be like a mind roll with like comprehend, where you're like able to like gauge exactly where it is. What do you think?
Let's do mind.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And so I'm trying to roll a 6.
You're trying to roll a 6, so you roll all the dice you have in your mind, which is...
I rolled 3 6s.
Oh
wow.
My gosh. So you guys... So yeah, Chelsea and Jimmy, you watch as the teen wolf just like boom, 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 and just like vroom, vroom, vroom. And you look over and there's there's a couple kids sitting together. Zoe Goldstein is one of them. She's the prettiest girl in whatever grade you guys are in, the 13-year-old. And she just like looks at you and rolls her eyes.
Bobby's gonna go, oh!
Amazing. So how are Jimmy and Chelsea reacting to this? Are you guys all sitting together? What's your situation? What are you guys up to?
I'm currently organizing my colored pens. I'm dressed up as Jessica Fletcher from the hit TV show Murder, She Wrote.
So good.
So I have like a long bead necklace and a collar popping out of a sweater, a knit sweater.
Yes.
And then on the back of my chair, I have like a little tan trench coat that is way too big for me because it's definitely like my dad's.
So good.
And I'm organizing my different pens and determining what purpose they serve in my color-coded notes. I got a fresh new notebook because there's another month coming up. So I'm getting that all prepped.
Amazing. I love it. It's so good. And then what about Jimmy?
Yeah, I have refused to dress up. I'm not into that. That's lame. I'm in tank top and tracksuit bottoms and kind of just sitting with arms crossed. I've seen Bobbi make those shots and I'm kind of feeling the pressure. So I am also going to attempt to replicate Bobbi's shots.
Heck yeah,
just to show that she's not, not beating me.
Yeah, fabulous. I love it.
Yeah. And
yeah, you want to do the roll? What are you going to roll with it? What do you think?
I think it's just a body roll, I think, right?
Yeah. Just do a body roll.
Yeah.
You got a 6?
I got 2. So not
okay.
Not
amazing.
Yeah.
So when you get multiple 6s, you can then buy an additional effect. So I didn't really do this with them. I just gave her 3 things. But is there anything specific you want to have done with your like extra success? What do you the way you wanted to have done it?
Yeah, I want to get one directly into the basket, and then I want one to hit Zoe on the side of the head.
Okay. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, you toss the first one. It goes. Maybe you like stand up on the radiator on the edge of the windows and like full full 3-point shot. And it goes in. And a couple kids go. Whoa.
I turn to look at Bobbi as that happens. Just kind of like yeah. Yep.
And and then the next one. Yeah, you throw it and it bounces off of Zoe's head and goes into the trash can, like ricochets off of her head. And she goes, "Watch it enter the dragon."
Jimmy shoots. He scores!
Yeah.
Good shot there, Jimmy.
Thanks, Bobby. Some people can't appreciate art when they see it.
Amazing. So you guys are just hanging out, continuing to play around, and like another 5 minutes or so pass, and Mr. Zemansky, your science teacher and the head of the robotics club, is still not here.
Hey, do you think we just have this class off today?
As you ask this, Lonnie Mortensen stands up and she goes, I'm going to go find the principal and tell her Mr. Zemansky isn't here. And so she starts walking towards the door. And then
Lonnie, what a narc.
Or we just don't have to do any work this class and we don't say nothing.
Yeah, Zoe looks and says, Werewolf Girl is right. I think you don't have to do that, Lonnie. And Lonnie's looking like, but where do you think Mr. Zemansky went?
I know, he might be in the bathroom or something.
Zoe and her friends Ira and Dory are like all sort of like blocking Lonnie from the door. And as you're sort of watching this tension unfold, Jim, you get hit in the back of the head. You're sitting on the windows. You're sitting on the radiator at the windowsill, and you feel like, ooh, what do you do?
I turn around and grab whatever's nearest to me. I assume it's like a pencil or something, and I immediately chuck it out the window behind me without as I turn.
Okay, and what happens?
Oh,
Carson.
hey! And then you see like out of a bush like this hat pop out, and then another like acorn straight at you, Jimmy.
Thief, what are you doing out there?
I know where Mr. Zemansky went.
You know where we went? We just realized he's not coming.
He turned down the hallway. And then he's gonna do like a couple of like signals and signs, like basically intimating like, get out of there, get him, let's go.
Get them. I'm gonna sort of I'm gonna turn back around to Bobby and Chelsea. Has anyone noticed me talking to RB?
I have.
No. Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah.
I heard whispers.
And my hat's like back underneath this bush.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you noticing Chelsea and like just indicate like go out the window.
Give you a knowing nod of like, yes, grab my pens.
I'm gonna like grab Bobby by the back of the collar and just kind of like pull her towards the window.
Great.
And whisper like, RB knows where Mr. Z-Man is.
Okay, I'm coming. Hey y'all, what's that over there? And then she jumps out the window.
So before you jump out the window, Chelsea, your eyes are caught by a couple things at Mr. Zemansky's desk. You see that his lizard Skeksis is not in its tank. And you also notice that there's some stuff on the desk that doesn't appear to be regular. You'd have to take a second to go over there and check it out and do maybe an investigate roll.
Oh, I will.
All right.
So.
Yeah, so you're pretty good with investigate. I think you've got mind
Yes, I am.
3 plus
Very
investigate 3, so 6 dice. And if you have also what's your iconic item? Do you have like a magnifying glass? Or what do you got? It's your call. It could be a magnifying glass. It could be your notebook. Obviously, could be good for.
It's I get my notebooks exactly where the props department from Murder She Wrote gets their notebooks from. Same leather bound. Looks just like her books in the show. Yes. Looks just
Perfect.
like the cover
Okay,
art.
so if you wanted to apply your iconic item to this test, you get 2 more dice for
Oh
it.
shoot! I don't even have 2 more dice.
Yeah, you can roll again and remember any 6s because the only number that matters is 6.
Okay. Here. All right. I'll do this.
Cool.
I got 1 6 already.
Okay, great. That's it. That's all you needed. You
Oh,
need
2.
1 6.
There you go.
Oh, okay, great. Awesome. So, all right. So I'm going to give you some stuff. So what you find is, some stuff on Mr. Zemansky's desk. Normally it's like pretty, it's, covered in like, he's got a stack of little like science fiction novels. And, it's sort of like a little bit messy. He's not a very organized man. But you notice there's a cardboard box under his desk for an old fashioned radio. That you haven't seen before. You'll see there's a pair of earmuffs on his desk. It's cold out. It's cold, been really cold, so you've been seeing him wearing them before. His lizard is missing, and you also find a note which has some stuff scribbled on it. So I'm going to put this in our Discord chat, but I'll read it aloud for the group as well. So there's first a series of numbers. It's 900-96.7, 905, 96.5, and it continues with a lot of numbers that you guys are able to see. Beneath it are written the words "not precise enough" and a drawing of a triangle.
Is there anyone? Am I the only one left in the room?
The kids are like, I think Bobbi very effectively distracted people with her, "Hey, look over there." So you're the only one of the group of kids. So you could take the note and hop out the window after them if you want.
Yes, I take the note, put it, stick it in the
notebook. Yes,
in the
of
notebook.
course. Yes, perfect.
And head out.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you hop down, hop down into the bush. So it's like a 6-foot drop, but you'll sort of like poof, cushion, like, and you think it's gonna be like soft, but it's like a little branchy and annoying, and you're like, ah, crap. And
my ankles.
Bobbi is still getting like the wolf head came off, and she has to like.
I'll just leave it behind.
Yeah,
you can see now that Bobbi has like really short hair, like that she probably cut herself, so she's gonna let it go.
Does she have a mullet?
Not a mullet.
Okay.
But like she cut off her braids when she very first moved, so just like chomp, and then it just, that's the way it is now. Whatever happened after that.
Love it. That's great.
I think as Chelsea drops into that in the middle of this conversation, RB's like telling Jimmy pretty animated, like, okay, I asked my dad about the Nintendo, and he said that this is gonna, maybe not because it's kind of expensive, but when I asked my mom about it, she kind of winked at me, and so I think, I don't know, when she does that, usually that means like she'll like, like, I'm gonna get it,
Well,
so
totally means that. Yeah,
I know, right? Oh, I can't wait. Oh, hey, Bobbi, that's an awesome costume.
Hey, thanks there.
Yeah,
RB.
thanks.
What are you dressed up as?
Oh no, I'm saving mine for a minute.
Oh,
It's good, you guys. It's really good.
well, okay, cool. I can't wait to see it. Hey, so what's this about? Where?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Zemansky. I was walking down the hall, taking my time, I saw him come out, and he turned down the hallway, and I'm gonna just like take off.
Yeah.
Chelsea's writing down everything she saw on the desk, by the way, and drawing like a diagram of an empty tank and everything in the notebook.
Does she communicate anything to the group about what she noticed yet? Or
as soon as I'm done, I want to make sure I get a
yeah.
picture perfect detail.
Yes. Perfect.
But then I very triumphantly hold out my notebook, which by now they know means I found something. Say, all right, gang. So it appears that we have a missing lizard. And this mysterious note. What could it mean? Tune in and find out right now.
I love it when she does that.
I knew it.
So what do you have, RB?
All I can tell you is where he went. He looked like he was really headed somewhere. And it wasn't science class.
I mean, he's like super nerdy about science too. He wouldn't miss out on the chance to like lecture us about electrons or whatever, like,
right?
Atoms.
So I'm worried, you guys.
So as you guys are turning around the corner of this hallway, you smell a bunch of cigarette smoke, which is very common. Smoking cigarettes in schools was not rendered legal until the 90s. You just like pass through a cloud of cigarette smoke, and you hear one of your teachers, Miss Moore, who's Emma's homeroom teacher. She takes a drag, goes, oh, shit, another one. And you see a bunch of teachers sort of talking, and one says, yeah, it was this morning that took the kid to the hospital.
Oh, should I go talk to her? I can go ask her what she's talking about. Are we trying to be sneaky?
Well, we're not supposed to be outside of class.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Class right now.
Okay, I won't do that then.
I don't know. Do you think you could get more information, though? This seems like a really good opportunity.
Yeah, I can go. So we're outside. Are they outside taking their smoke break?
So you actually stepped back into the school, and they're at the corner of a couple hallways. You could either try and go back outside and get into a different door down the school a little bit, but it might be locked, or you could try and get past them somehow.
Can I just like get a little bit closer to try and overhear what they're saying? Like maybe I go to a drinking fountain or something.
Yep, that's great. Yeah. Let's try a sneak.
Okay.
So a sneak is going to be a body roll plus what if you have any sneak ability.
I have I don't know if I have a specific sneak ability, just those same like force and move. I did roll 1-6 on my initial body roll.
That's great.
Nice.
You succeeded. Yeah, you got it. So yeah, you head over and you see that there's 3 teachers talking. 2 of them are inside a classroom, and Miss Moore is leaning against the doorway facing into the room. So you guys could get past if you're quiet. But you overhear them talking, and one says, okay, so what is it really about? Are these kids at the school doing, we've had 3 of these this week. And someone's like, look, kids fight. That's not, yeah. And Miss Moore says, not to mention all their parents are stressed out of their minds. No one's able to pay bills and it's starting to get cold.
I'm gonna look back at my friends and like gesture that they can come and sneak by if they're quiet.
Nice.
Definitely sneaking by.
Okay, let's do a group roll. So you all are gonna roll all roll body, and we're gonna need 3 successes in order for you all to sneak past, or 4 successes, 1 for each person. So,
Okay.
and anyone can use an iconic item, or if you want to strategize some other way to sneak or distract the teachers, you can do so.
2 6s.
Okay.
These dice love me today.
Are we just rolling body or
Body, if you have sneak, you can roll that as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna...
Okay, 7 dice and 1 6. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled. No, I got nothing.
All right. Yeah, do you have 1 body, RB?
Well, I have 1 body, but I have 2 sneak, which
Okay.
I got 0 successes. Likely because as we were going, I was like, "Oh, Murder She Wrote!" Like recognizing the costume. Awesome.
And I'm like really stoked.
Yeah.
Yes. So you guys are all heading down, and you're like 15 feet past the teachers when this happens. Like when you go, oh, Murder She Wrote.
Yeah.
And then Miss Moore, who's in her pantsuit, the teachers all go quiet, and she goes, I'll do that.
Can I pull out my slingshot and try to shoot something on the opposite end of the hallway to make a sound so that she looks the other way?
Yes, do it.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
I think you could roll a body and move just to be fast, or you could roll a roll to like aim it good.
Okay, I'm gonna roll mind. Oh, come on, a 6 6 6. Oh no, I didn't roll any 6s.
Okay, so instead what happens is you pull out your slingshot and it's pointing right at Miss Moore. and she goes, oh.
Use it! And I just start running.
Great.
Trick or treat! Bye! And then I run too.
Amazing.
Oh, yep.
All right, so let's roll a couple the move rolls anyway. So just to like get out of here. Doesn't have to be everybody. Let's do RB roll 1 and Jimmy, roll one.
Yeah, I like clip the water fountain and hit the ground.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't get any successes. So I trip, I think, over RB.
I tripped on my trench coat.
Looking back to see if they're following, just
Full dog pile.
Aw.
And Bobbi is like the last to run. She's like, trick or treat, turns around, sprints off, and like tries to leap over everyone, but then gets tripped on the whole pile of everyone else's bodies.
Oh no.
Oh.
So you hear Miss Moore's high heels, like not very high, it's 3 inches. She's 2 inches probably. She comes, you hear them clicking towards you. She goes, is this some sort of getting out of school early Halloween thing? She like helps pick you up, Bobbi.
Yeah, it is Halloween, so we're Chelsea?
Well, I'm actually very unfamiliar with this side of the school. And I just got curious about where things were, because I'm new.
And I'm new too.
famously
We're new together.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm showing him around, just being a good guy.
I'm taking notes too, so I don't get lost in class.
All right, let's roll a charm on that. So I think you're gonna do heart and charm for. Let's have Chelsea roll it. That's
Okay.
It seems like you're
Heart and charm.
the ringleader of this. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is all my dice, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
I got 3 6s.
woo!
Okay. All right.
It's the bangs.
Yeah. So, Miss Moore, clearly not exactly taken in by the story, but a little bit just like, I'm basically done with school. I'm not going to bother with this. She says, "Oh, okay. Well, Angela Lansbury here is very convincing. So,
Jessica Fletcher.
It's Jessica Fletcher.
I-
But
played by Angela Lansbury.
no, I know.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I see. Sorry.
I
Well,
didn't.
anyway. All right. Well, you hit on your way, Bobbi. As you guys are all walking, she's just make sure they don't get in trouble at all. And would you tell me what you're really looking for? This is I'm giving this for your die, your extra 6s. So she might be able to give you some help looking for what you're looking for.
We're looking for a missing lizard.
A lizard.
Yeah, our science teacher's lizard is missing.
Oh, Mr. Zemansky's.
Mm-hmm. Sepsis. No,
Yeah.
Sepsis?
Sexist.
Sexist.
Yeah. All right.
But
Well,
he knows the name of his lizard.
Just to use different S words the entire time.
Sepsis.
Septic. She goes, I think Mr. Zemansky was, and she like one of the other teachers is there at this point, who's also like clearly checked out. She's like, did you see Mr. Zemansky? And he's like, oh, he said he was headed to the basement.
Oh.
And Miss Moore like temporarily is like, did I really just leave these children to go down to the school basement? Probably shouldn't have done that. And she's like, get out of here. And like turns away and
Thanks,
says to Bobbi,
Teach.
don't let him get into trouble.
I promise I won't.
Great.
Happy
Yeah.
Halloween.
So you guys keep heading down the hall. You eventually get to the door to the basement, which is normally locked, but which is now ajar.
Is it a door or is it a jar?
It is both. They're combined.
Somewhere
Purpose.
Justin is rolling his eyes at me. But all right. So Miss Moore told me that Mr. Zemansky went down to the basement last time she saw him, so that's probably our best bet.
That's probably where he was headed, down the hallway that leads to the basement.
Yeah, that tracks.
So
Guess where we're
who
heading?
who's gonna go down there?
I'm going down, and I kick the door. Like,
Oh
I assume it
my.
opens like
Yeah.
inwards. Yeah,
Yes.
I just like give it a kick and
It
stride.
goes the other direction.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, wait. Oh no. Start jiggling with the handle.
It's a pull.
I get it. Yo, I see that now.
Yep, and it gets open like after a second. Well, it locks, but then you realize one of the panes in it is broken, so you can just like reach in and unlock it. So yeah, kick it closed and then open it up, head down to the basement. It's a little dark down here. There's a few windows that are like, you know how in houses they'll have the little like dugout areas where it does get sunlight even into the basement area. So there's some sunlight down there, but you head down and there's these incandescent lights that's sort of flickering a little bit. There's a bunch of doors. There's a big long hallway going to different areas inside the school. Like this part students aren't normally allowed in, but there is an underground part of the building that has like the pools here and stuff, and the gym. So you hear from another section that's only like maintenance only, you hear a radio playing.
What's
I'll
playing?
hear that.
It's currently like shifting a little bit. It's kind of, it's hard to hear exactly what it is. If you get closer, you might be able to hear what it is.
Yeah, I'm going down to get closer.
Yeah, I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
I
Yeah.
am, and I'm standing behind all of you.
Don't worry, Smarts. We'll protect you.
Yeah, great. Yeah, perfect. So you head down the hallway. You're just trying to see what's going on down here, and you hear "Sweet Dreams," the Annie Lennox, the Eurythmics playing on this radio. Made of these.
Bobby's dancing. She loves the rhythmics.
Yep. And then like the static comes and like triggers on it again. You come around the corner and there is an empty room. It was an old classroom, but it's now there's a couple chairs stacked in one corner. There's an old there's a chalkboard that is cracked, like the green board is cracked, and you see a radio sitting on a table in the center of it, which is actively playing music. You also see the janitor's cart, like the rolly cart that he takes around the school, is also here, but the janitor's nowhere to be seen.
Mr. Zelansky?
Seltzer?
Sonic.
So you walk forward. There's no response from anybody, but as you walk forward and you turn a little bit, you see the wall that was closest to you is destroyed. It's like stuff has been it's been ripped open somewhat. You can see some of the like steel behind it. It's been absolute there's like dust and stuff all over the ground. There's also you can see that from where there's also like it looks like there's a chair next to it which has some of this dust on it, which looks like it might have been like slammed with the chair, like this was broken through with the chair itself.
RB's pulled gloves on from the cart.
Very smart idea.
Awesome.
Evidence contamination is
Yeah,
the
something
bane of
happened.
investigation.
Amazing.
Go
Go ahead.
I could do that if I wanted to. I could smash that wall down like that.
Judging
Yeah,
us-
Jimmy? What, you gonna show us that? I'd like to see it.
No, what? I mean, we should investigate first, but I could. I'm just,
Mm,
yeah,
No, yeah, totally. Yeah.
I could.
it's noted. I wrote it down.
You think somebody did this? Like they took that chair and did this to this wall?
Why would they do that though?
He's like kind of peering inside the wall or something. Like if you can see in the cavities of the holes that have been made. Slippy?
As you are looking inside the wall, you hear the radio. The song sort of gets closer to an end, but the radio starts to crackle and get very loud. Like the volume is not changing up, but you see that it's like you hear it getting louder and louder. And Chelsea, you turn back to look at it, and you see in the air in front of you what looks like a sort of shape in the static, like it looks like it's filled with the static from a TV.
What is that? I try to get everyone's attention away from the hole. Does anyone else see that? Or am I? Is this? She starts getting a little scared and just slowly backs away.
Yeah,
But is also writing down what is happening.
I'm gonna take out my slingshot and hold it up, ready. I think
Okay.
I see that.
same. Nunchucks, swing around, hit myself in the shoulder with them while I like loaded it, ready to like.
Yeah, it starts to expand into into this sort of like tear, and you hear like it's the noise from the radio. It's like, and then you hear this another noise cuts through this, and then it closes,
Not that.
and it's gone.
What was that?
We need to take this with us. Grabs the radio.
And as you go to grab it, you see smoke coming out of it, like you smell it, like something just burned inside it.
We're gonna need to crack this open.
That's not good.
Jimmy could probably crack it open.
Yeah.
What? No! He's
I
like
hit it.
grabs it. Oh jeez.
I try. I
Yeah.
swing at it.
That's okay. You can probably hit it.
Are you hitting with the nunchucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like smacks it, and like the front plastic casing on it like cracks a little bit. It looks
Ah.
okay, but like, yeah, you can definitely still break it open.
No, I mean we can use a screwdriver. Gosh.
Oh.
Is there anything in here we can just open up while we're discussing?
Yeah, you totally could. There's some tools on the janitor's cart.
Sure. I'm gonna start cracking this thing open to see what's inside of it. If it's got anything interesting or weird inside of it, more than the normal stuff. Robotics
Yeah.
Club knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am not in robotics, so I'm gonna go look back at that hole and try to
Yeah,
find
go ahead.
Snickerdoodle.
Go ahead and use some tech, RB. Let's make a roll on that and see what you can discover.
Would you say that Tinker would apply?
Yes, it certainly would.
All right. Hold on. I got one more roll. Just rolled 7 dice. Nothing to report yet. There
So
it
if
is.
you wanted
Last
to-
one was
yeah,
a
okay.
6. I
Nice.
got one.
Oh, amazing. Perfect.
Wow. Hello, 7 dice. 8 dice, rather.
I know, it seems crazy. So you take your time so disassembling this, and maybe you're like listening at the door, seeing if anybody else is coming, but you disassemble the whole thing. You see that like part of the insides of this radio have been a little charred, like something like burned at it. And it looks like it just happened. Like it's even like a little hot to the touch as you open it up. But there's, as far as you can tell with what radios have in them, there's nothing crazy particularly on it. But what you are drawn to is you think is the numbers that Chelsea had noted down from the notes Mr. Zemansky had left on his desk.
You just hear Chelsea naming off the numbers, going and just pointing at the radio because
Yeah.
she's a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah. And so what you get the sense of is that the first column of numbers is times, and the second column of numbers represents something else, likely radio stations or frequencies.
Jess was screaming that in her head. I was like, oh my gosh. Wait a second.
Do we...
So it looks like the radio frequencies line up with times.
What time is it right now?
It's about 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I continue the list and write down whatever.
Yeah, so it's not
relevant
exactly a sequence. It looks like it's a little bit fluctuating, but you theorize that it's possible that the radio just now was at the frequency, and you look at.
Well, yeah, I want to look at the dial. Where is it at right now? The
Yeah,
last
the
thing I saw.
dial was at 110.3.
So it's as if it continued going up.
What's the maximum on a radio dial?
Let me check. I don't know exactly what it was.
Good question, Jimmy.
Yes. I think
108. is what
Yeah,
I'm
108.
hearing.
So actually it
the
could go up to
FM radio
110.
band.
Yeah. So I think actually, sorry, retconning this, the number went down.
Okay.
So what just happened was in like 97. So it wasn't just, so you look at, there's some fluctuation on the numbers. It looks like it's moving around rather than simply ascending.
Are any of these radio stations actual relevant radio stations to us?
You would like know there's like a, I don't know what kind of radio stations, because I'm like, would they have a classic rock radio station in 1985? Like maybe not.
It's the now rock radio station.
Yeah.
Modern rock.
The current rock, yeah. You got rock, you got you got the other ones. You got an R&B radio station, yeah. But yeah, so what you're able to piece together is that Mr. Zemansky may have been following something having to do with a radio.
Right.
You, as you're sitting down here, you hear some teachers outside, not in the hallway, but out in the schoolyard. You hear some shouting. They're like actively angry at each other. And someone's like, "I'm going home. I'm done with this shit." And you hear like walk off and hear a car revving up and heading out. You also, in disassembling the radio, you find something smushed on the desk, which you realize upon engaging with it that this is likely Skexis's residue that he has left behind. So it's possible that this lizard was here at some point. But Mr. Zemansky is no longer here.
It looks like Sarsaparilla was here.
How can you tell?
Well, there's some scat.
I take
Scat.
it and I lick it. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my gosh.
Bobbi,
I know how to hunt animals. I mean, I know how to track them. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes.
I'm not willing to do whatever it takes. No.
Well, then you're not going to get any rabbits for supper.
You eat rabbit poop too?
Bobby just like goes back to investigate the wall with the hole in it again to see if there's
Right.
anything we might have missed there. Does it go anywhere, or is it just like the wall's been damaged?
The wall's just been damaged. It's not like, it looks like it was someone's trying to get inside it, but there's nothing in here currently. And as you're investigating it, Miss Moore steps into the room. She says, "Have you seen the janitor?"
No.
No.
All right. Look, kids, I need you to go home. I need you to get out of here. We're the janitor. We don't know where he's gone. We're gonna figure this out. But you need to go and get ready for the Halloween party. We'll see you tonight at the high school. Okay. So just get out of here for now. Okay.
Okay.
School's over early?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Is that normal for public schools? Just
Only when
get
it.
out
Wait,
early.
I thought only when it snowed.
Oh.
Look up at the window to see if there's any snow.
Oh, Jimmy.
Chelsea's just going with it.
Yeah, we'll get out of your hair, Miss Moore. We'll see you tonight.
Yes. I'll be
Bye.
at the dance. Yeah. All right. Take care. Get out of here. And you see, you've timed it well enough that actually most of the kids are starting to get out of school. Like it's classes, like as you're heading up, the bell rings and kids start heading home. Anything else that you're doing in that room or anything before you leave?
Do I see any signs that Sassafras was in here?
In the room?
Any
I mean,
tracks
there's the
or anything besides the scat?
Has
yeah.
left the room.
Or like
Oh,
went
it's
into
still
the
in the
hole,
room.
maybe?
Yeah. You look around. You don't see any other signs of the animal being there. So it's.
Okay.
Here's what you do see. On the desk, there are scratch marks from claws.
Pain. No.
Yeah,
Okay,
like just
I
sort of
draw that
erratic
in my
scratches. Yeah.
notebook.
Yeah.
And I'll have, as was more or less getting us ready to go, just like slide the radio and bits into my backpack.
Okay. Awesome.
I
Yeah.
might need them.
Yeah. You got the
Nice.
radio with you.
Can I also grab just any spray bottle or anything that I can just quickly yank out of the janitor's cart?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, you have a spray bottle of just like cleaner.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Windex was
Yeah.
Windex thing.
Yep, just pure Windex. All right, cool. So, so you guys head home. You're on your bikes, heading back. You can go wherever you want. If you maybe meet up at the hideout later, in advance of Halloween. You could maybe you've stored some costumes things there. But if there's any other scenes you guys want to do before then, or discussions you want to have, it's kind of up to you about what scenes are of interest.
I think definitely like maybe meeting to talk or figure out what our next steps are.
We gotta
Yes.
find Mr.
Go-
Zelensky, right?
Yeah.
So we should gather like supplies and then go hunting.
Do we
Where's
think
Lizard?
do we think there's somewhere out here? I mean, the city's a big place, or do we think that he's still somewhere by the school?
Do you think he's like hiding in the walls of the school?
Maybe.
I mean, the trail stops at the school. We have nothing else to go on, right? Other
Are we
than-
the only kids leaving school at that point?
No, the other kids are leaving at that point. So like your search took long enough in your exploration that like it was the second to last period. It finished the period, and now everyone's else is leaving. So yeah, so school's out for everybody. Kids are going by in Halloween costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see some teenagers listening to the radio on the side of the road, and they're like sitting out in front of a yard, like two of them are getting in a fist fight. They're like mad at each other.
You guys heard the teachers arguing out there, right?
Yeah, why were they so mad?
Grown-ups. They get mad.
They gotta
Yeah.
pay taxes and stuff.
Yeah, but that
I
was
never
like,
heard the nuns yell like that at my school, so that was a little alarming.
they probably
guess
didn't
that's not
swear
normal here.
either.
You'd be surprised.
So as you guys are biking, maybe heading towards the hideout, you also see there are two police cars outside the old pawn shop. One of the windows of the pawn shop is broken, and there's glass all over the street. And you see, that's what you see.
Looks like trouble.
Let's wheel it on in here. All right, I mean, I assume I love trouble. No, but
We can help them if they're in trouble.
Maybe it has something to do with Mr. Zemansky. Let's
Yeah.
park our bikes.
Great. Yeah, you park your bikes, and you see the cop. The cops are talking with the owner, who's this older gentleman who's sitting, on the stairs in front of the shop, and he's frustrated. The radio is playing in the policeman's car, and the cop looks at you all and he says, "Hey, be careful. There's glass. Just watch out, okay?
Is there any
Stay where you're at now."
Is there any lizard poop like around the glass?
Sorry, is it what?
Lizard poop. You said no. Scat. That's the word. She can taste it if you find any.
We're looking for a lost lizard. Kid things.
Okay. Look, I don't. That's. I'm sure you're figuring out some mystery or something. I know I was a kid too once. And as they're also the cop is sort of like good-naturedly talking with you when you hear that noise from the radio again, from the police car radios. It's
what's the
And
current frequency?
he's blocking you for like you can't see it immediately from where you are, but he sort of looks at you confusedly, and then him, the other cop, and the man and the owner of the shop all immediately change demeanors. The man who's questioning the man says, "Well, why don't you protect your damn shop?" And the man says, "Look, okay, he just came in here. He stole 2 TVs and a radio. I don't know what's going on." And then the other cop is like, "Hey, you kids, you need to get out of here." Suddenly, all of these adults have all had this strange reaction, and the sound is getting louder from the radio.
I don't
And-
like this.
And Chelsea, you feel a little bit more belligerent and frustrated.
I hear a little bit of my pen just like clicking incessantly.
Yeah.
And I'm just frustrated and just say, I don't think we're gonna find anything good here.
Did you say a radio?
The old man says, "Oh, if I could just leave for a few freaking days." Yes, someone stole a ham radio. It's an old thing. I don't know. Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Yeah,
Called it. Your button died.
the policeman, like he like unbuttons his collar and just like, yeah, go home. Goodness gracious, be free. Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but do you think there's some kind of correlation between the weird radio thing that we experienced and these people getting all angry?
How's Chesley feeling?
Might explain why the teachers were yelling.
Or why somebody threw a chair at that wall.
And there was a radio in that room too.
No, Chelsea is feeling, the further they get from the cop car, the less weird she feels.
Something up with the radio.
You think you can figure it out, RB?
I don't. I mean, if we can get to a radio, we can try some things.
I wonder why we can hear the music and we don't get angrier.
What if somebody? Does anyone have a portable radio?
You probably have one back at the hideout.
I was gonna say maybe we can meet back at the hideout, but I have to go home first, and I gotta get my costume for tonight. It's really good.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
We're not missing the dance, right? I mean, can we all agree on that?
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, maybe Mr. Zelensky's at the dance or something's happened at the high school.
Good. Okay.
So you all split your separate ways, like imagine a four-way street and all four bikes each going a different direction as you guys head to your houses. So yeah, are there any scenes that you want to do at home? Is anybody heading back to their house before we all meet up at the hideout later?
I think that there is a scene, we don't have to like act it out, but like when Bobbi gets home, her mom is still at work and she goes into the bathroom and she considers like her costume and whether or not she wants to commit to like the wolf costume or if she might try to like actually look nice for the dance. There is a dress on her bed that her mom put out for her, and she like holds it up to herself and looks in the mirror and it's just like no, and she just like throws it in the trash can and then grabs a PB&J and goes back out to go to the hideout.
Love it. That's great. Yeah, the dress is probably like the princess from Neverending Story, maybe.
Childlike Empress.
Yeah, the childlike Empress, exactly. Say my name. Yeah, exactly. But you don't bother with it. I love it. Anybody else? What about because Jimmy, does he have a costume at all? Does his mom want him to have a costume? What's that look like?
I think his mom's got a costume laid out for him, but he kind of just pushes it off the bed when he gets home and like reclines on the bed for a little bit, trying to put together the numbers on the radio and the stations and kind of everything that's happened. He doesn't really talk to his mom when he gets home. Just kind of slams the door to his room. Yeah, he no scene really with her.
Cool.
Yeah, just gathers his belongings, gets together like a good backpack full of stuff.
Yeah, the Windex, the nunchucks.
Yep. All the essentials, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I love it. That's great. RB?
I think he blows through the door, and it's probably just Dad home right now. He's probably out of a job right now.
Sure.
Mom's off at the bank.
Oh, hey.
Hey, 1 sec. Don't turn on the radio. And then runs back to his room.
What?
And gathers up a costume into his stuff and grabs a couple of his, little tinkering robotics tools and like a little flashlight. and comes back out and says, "Hey, sorry. No,
Hey, dude, what was that about the radio? Are you did you get arrested? Are you
no,
on the
what? No,
police beat?
Dad, no,
I was
no.
thinking maybe. Yeah.
Why did I get arrested? I'm not doing anything. There's nothing wrong. We're just doing stuff, finding lizards. There's a missing lizard. It's exciting, right? So
Great.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, moved up
kid
from
stuff.
cats. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Hey, I was thinking about it, and he pulls out this like newspaper clipping that he's got, and it's like a sale from Sears on the Nintendo Entertainment System, now on sale, and he pulls it out and hands it to him. I mean, you can actually hear they have a deal where you get an extra game with it, and it's a little cheaper than the normal one, but I don't know, it's just
it looks great.
it's awesome. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Think about it like this. All those times I'm at the arcade and all the quarters that go in, like I know, like, and this is why I've gotten so good, because I don't want to waste any quarters, right? You know me, I'm trying really hard to make sure that every quarter goes all the way. That's why. But with this it's it's like all the games at the arcade, but it's here like in the house, and then you don't have to put quarters into it, so it's like that.
That's when you explain it that way, it's clear that you've thought through all the finances of it. It's great, RB. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a Halloween thing, isn't there?
Yeah.
And you're dressed up as? You're dressed up as?
It's a kind of a surprise.
All right.
I'm trying to I don't know. I'm trying to.
Is there a girl in your?
No, Dad. No, stop. Gosh.
Okay.
No.
Sorry. I didn't mean it.
But no, I just want. I don't know.
Hey.
What?
Have a good time.
Okay.
You don't have to answer to me about anything, but you're gonna have a great time.
Okay. Hey, when you how Connor has a different dad.
Yes.
And when you met Mom, and she's like older than you, and like.
Don't remind her of that. She doesn't like that.
No, well, I mean, of course not. And look, you don't. But that's not weird, right?
Her being older?
Yeah.
Age is just a number, RB.
Age is just a number. Oh gosh, I need some juice. And then he goes into the kitchen.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. His dad immediately leaps into action. He's like, "Are you low? Have you checked your insulin?"
I forgot. It's been a while.
Okay. Check it right now. I'll get you a juice box. You sit down. Sit down. Okay. Great.
Okay.
All right. Oh gosh, hope I don't have to call the endocrinologist. Okay.
No, don't call the endocrinologist. I just need a juice, Dad. It's fine.
No. Okay.
Mom just gives me a juice, and then that's it. Okay. Just a juice.
Sorry, just the juice.
Thank
All
you.
Right. He brings it back, and it's the one you don't like.
Oh.
I don't know if that's apple or.
It's okay.
whatever.
I'll drink whatever you want. You just think about that newspaper I gave you. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it every day.
Okay. Well, I gotta go. I'm meeting up with meeting up.
Take a second and sit.
Bye. And he runs out. Don't turn on the radio. And then he leaves.
Forever. Right. Anything from Chelsea is at home?
Chelsea's gonna go home, kind of go to the bathroom, try to recenter in the mirror. She's not entirely sure what just happened, if it was because she was if it was from the radio, or if it was from all these adults fighting. in front of her. She's very non-confrontational, so she's not sure why she suddenly got so tense.
She
just looks.
Yeah, go ahead.
She just looks at herself and says, "All right, Chelsea, take a chill pill. Everything's going to be fine. Just." And then she realizes she didn't write anything down from what just happened and goes to sit down. Looks at the evening version of Jessica Fletcher that is going to be coming out. It is a pantsuit with a silk scarf. And just sits down and writes down. And then realizes that there is one radio in the house, and as soon as she finishes writing things down, goes to look for it, either
And
to
she
hide
finds
it,
it.
or
Oh yeah. Well, what she finds it is she hears music coming from Sarah's room.
Sarah.
Yeah, what's up?
It's been a hard day. Do you mind turning off your radio?
Door opens. Sarah's in a black dress, pretty simple. She's prepping to chaperone at the dance tonight. So she like has very simple little vampire fangs, but that's essentially her costume. She like immediately like opens up like vampire fangs. Goes, what?
Just it's a little loud. I'm just wondering if you could turn it off, or actually, I was wondering. I have this. I kind of want to see if I can play the Murder, She Wrote theme song, for my friends. So maybe I could actually borrow your radio.
Oh.
Or something.
I think we've got that.
If that's okay.
And she like seems very agreeable, and then like you hear the from the radio, and she goes, Chelsea, it seems like you always want something from me.
Well, I mean, it's just this one time.
And then Chelsea, you notice, interestingly, you see her get the same sort of look in her eye as these other people, and then she sort of, I'm sorry, and the noise is still going a little bit longer. It starts to fade away, like it's moved to a different station, but she is stepping out of it before it's even gone and goes, I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Yeah, go ahead and take it. Yeah, here you go.
Mm-hmm. I do all sorts of things to turn that thing off. There's batteries in it. Those D8s are out. It's like dismantling a gun.
like in front of her. She's like watching you do this right in the hallway.
Give me the radio.
Hand it to me. A magazine clip falls out of it. No, I duck into my room and
Gotcha. She says, you are going to the dance, right?
Yes, of course. Do you approve of my pantsuit? Is it okay? Is it lame?
No.
Do you think anyone's gonna get it?
No, it's not lame. Yeah, people will like it. I mean, I don't think anyone will get it, but you like it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
The color's not quite right from the 3rd episode of the 1st season, but I think I'll make it work. Maybe the lights in the dance will.
That seems like it seems great to me. Yeah, definitely possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Sure.
Love you. See you around. You look great.
Do you need a ride? Am I going with you? Are you taking your bike? What are you doing?
Oh, I think I'm just gonna meet up with my. Am I just gonna meet up with my friends?
Yeah. You're going to the hideout.
Yeah, the hideout. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, great. See you later. Enjoy the radio. And she like looks at the batteries and like open casings on your bed and is like, okay.
I'm replacing the batteries. It's okay.
Sure. Great. Okay.
You know, like when you put gas in the car before you give it back to Dad. You know. Just
yeah.
It's a courtesy.
It's a courtesy. That's what we say.
Courtesy of Chelsea. Bye.
See ya. Amazing. You're all heading back, Jimmy. As you're biking back, you see as you're just driving, you see another set of police cars like blare past you. You're not sure exactly, and it's just like chasing another car. So there's just a little bit of chaos going on. You hear another siren from some distance, but nothing particularly. Nothing blocks your way as you head there.
Can I stop off at the Blockbuster on the way?
Yeah, totally. Yep. You When you walk
and
in,
I'd like,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
probably also I'd like to have packed whatever it is my mom laid out in my backpack.
love it.
Like I'm not wearing it, but I have it
Yes,
there. Yeah.
yes, that's great. Yeah, you walk into the Blockbuster, the door jangles open, and there's a take on me, take on me. Is playing on the radio, sitting on Chet's desk, and and you notice he as you walk in, it does the thing again. The radio goes, and Chet looks at you and goes, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Hey,
Good to see
Chet.
you again, Jimmy." And he
Good to
comes
see
up,
you.
does a secret handshake with you.
Hey, Chet, you like, you know all the different like science fiction movies, right?
Sure. I mean, I didn't know science fiction was your thing.
It's not like, I don't know. You ever seen a movie where like people have to go to like anything with radio stations, like, you know?
Radio stations. I'm trying to remember if there's I mean, like, yeah, I've seen a couple movies that do stuff like that. Yeah.
Like
Why?
anyone
I
ever
mean,
get
I mean,
anyone ever get really mad? Like they're just like normal and then they turn into like a douchebag.
and the radio is like, and being weird. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Let me just turn that off." And he turns it off. And he goes, "Well, I mean, speaking of my, Rhonda, who works here, she got so angry this morning. I had the radio on. I don't know what was up with her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very weird. But she's just kind of a generally unhappy person. So, but that's sometimes life makes you that way, and you get mad at things. So,
Did you dress up for? Is he dressed up for Halloween?
yes, but what is it? I don't know what his dress up is. Oh, he has a lightsaber. Like he's Luke
Return of the
Skywalker.
Jedi, baby.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi. He's got like the white. Yeah, he's got the black, like the Luke Skywalker look. He's got the Blockbuster badge on top of it. He's got a lightsaber, one of the big ones, like where it's got the little plastic rings that you like fling out. He's like, and he presses the button, it goes. So, yeah.
Nice costume, man.
Yeah, thanks. Speaking of science fiction, I mean, have you watched this one? It's pretty good. Technically, it's fantasy.
Yeah, our RB made me watch it. Pretty good. I liked everything except like, the Han and Leia stuff, the kissing. It's just
All right, man. I mean, Carrie Fisher. I don't know, man.
No,
Yeah.
hey, that's all cool. It's just, I like this, the fighting and the shooting and the feeling stuff is kind of just
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah. I see you, man. Okay, so wait. So you're trying to you got this question about radios and people getting mad?
and I don't know. You're like a grown up, but like, not too, right?
I try not to be a grown up at heart.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Like I
We're
just
just-
very long hair, which like sweeps back.
You find people just get mad for no reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a stressful time for people, and I think I feel like if you already have some bitterness in your heart, it's gonna be easier to make you angry. It's easier for things to hit you that way.
Makes sense.
I don't know, man.
All right. Hey, any recommendations? New stuff?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're looking for sci-fi, have you seen The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension? This came out last year. Rock musician Buckaroo Banzai. It's got it's pretty cool.
I have not seen that. No.
Yeah, and I mean, if you've seen The Terminator, I'll be back. It's pretty great. It's
Pretty great.
Pretty darn
Pretty
cool.
That guy's huge.
Yeah. He's so big, man. He's enormous. Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Just imagine what that guy's gonna do in his future. I mean, punch so many things.
Oh,
probably.
man, he's gonna be such a great bad guy for like the next 20, 30 years.
Yeah, forever. Like, yeah. Even in Y2K, he'll still be doing Terminator movies. Yeah, you can bet. But you're saying about radios, man. I mean, the thing is, like, the radio signals. If you really want to get one, you're gonna need like a dish. Like that big dish they have on top of the high school.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you really want to catch something, figure out what's going on with the frequency. That's where you're gonna get it. So, or if you're trying to, triangulate where it's coming from.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Catch you later.
Handshake. Yeah. Peace out, man. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Moments later, or minutes later, you all have gathered at the hideout. So tell us about your hideout. What does it look like? Tell us about the place.
It's a tree house, an old tree house that we found, because this was where we found the cat at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, you kept the cat there at one point, yeah. Uh-huh.
So we've kind of reclaimed this old tree house that was maybe had seen better days, and we've turned it into our secret clubhouse. You have to like climb up a ladder to get down. The way I imagine it is that the first person there has to actually climb the tree to get to it, and then they put the ladder down so that not anyone can just get up there.
Yeah, I love it. So who's the first one who climbs up?
Me. Like, I got there first. I got the ladder down so that everyone else can get up okay.
Love it. It's great.
And what do you think is inside it? How have we decorated it, guys? People, friends?
I think there's like at least a couple of like, just like we raided a couple of the like linen closets of our houses for some of the old stuff to like, get some soft things to like hang in and whatever, but also like there's like probably a sheet hanging down.
Hey, also, because we were like playing with the cat, I imagine I've stolen my mom's tools and just like there's hammers, screwdrivers, and everything, because we were kind of trying to figure out about the cat. I feel like there's just a little workstation, especially because Arby, you're on the robotics club. I'm interested, but
won't join. Gosh.
And yeah, just stuff we can tinker with there.
There's like some buckets filled with rocks that we put up. There's definitely like a pulley bucket that we can drop down to pull stuff up, but like definitely some self-defense, capability in case of breach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Breach.
Yeah.
And a Annie Lennox poster.
Yeah, that you put up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. And some old cushions from a couch that one of your parents threw away.
There's like probably like a bunch of like when we try to solve our mysteries, there's like a Charlie Day style
red string everywhere.
Yeah, that kind
The
of
bulletin board. Yeah.
Right. Love it.
Yeah. And like a portrait of Angela Lansbury.
Yes.
Like her headshot.
Yeah, I have a little writing corner where I have several of my other old months notebooks.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
And a little dartboard like target so that I can practice shooting things with my
All right.
So good.
Ooh.
and a dog.
There's a dog.
Yeah, definitely. Does Bobby have a dog? I imagine the hideout's closest to Bobby's house for some reason. I don't know.
Bobby did have a dog back home when they lived in West Virginia, but since her mom made her move to the city with her when she left her dad, like Blue is back in the country.
Oh,
So I missed. So there's a picture of Blue, the dog, also.
that's cool.
A hound dog.
Great. Yeah. So what do you guys do back at the place?
I
Back at
think
the hideout.
RB's got the broken radio out, and if we have a radio, he's immediately working on it, tuning frequencies, looking for anything that's going to like start doing that kind of stuff, or particular kind of searching that kind of stuff.
Yes, totally. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, go ahead. Let's roll some tech and see how you do it. Sort of just trying to gauge. Maybe Chelsea's there taking notes on everything that you figure out about this noise.
Okay. Let's do it. That's 1. Plus, sorry, I got a lot of tech.
Yeah, a lot of tech. All the
Okay,
skills.
just 1 6.
Okay, great. So we'll do this as like a little sort of clock of figuring this out. So as you're figuring this out, you're noting down times and sort of watching as the signal shifts. And
Starting, like as the time changes, the signal, I can start to follow it. You mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're essentially tracking you're noticing that this hiss is moving up and down the spectrum band of frequencies, and what you find is that it isn't moving at a consistent rate. There are times when it'll sort of slow down and stay there for a while, and then it'll move up and do more things. And you know, it's sort of sticking to radio channels. And so as you start looking for radios, you find that the more popular radio channels are the ones where the hiss is staying longer.
You guys think Mr. Zemansky was trying to figure this out?
I mean, he is pretty smart. But then why is his lizard missing?
Yeah.
Skittles.
We saw.
Do we think someone else is also trying to figure it out? Because I mean, that guy said that his pawn shop had been broken into and someone took a radio. Or do we think Mr. Z was doing that?
Oh, it could be him. He could be the one that broke into the shop. But did he have a radio?
Well, he left this one behind, right?
Or was that the janitor's radio, since it was by the janitor's cart in that room?
Is there any name on it? Is there any, like, has the janitor scratched his
property
thing?
of Andrew Carnegie Mellon Middle School.
Oh.
Andrew Carnegie Middle School. Sorry.
So it's the school's.
Yeah.
Stole school property.
Which you took and then disassembled. Yeah.
It was broken.
Yeah. Whatever. That's fine.
I'll use it for robotics club. But
We're students at the school, so it's ours, really.
I know. It's exactly what I think. Do you think the janitor took the lizard?
Well, why would he do that? Who needs a lizard?
Jealousy? I don't know. Does he need a motive? It's a lizard.
Cool lizard.
It's a cool lizard.
Like,
Well,
he-
is he like special? Like, what do we know about this lizard? Game master.
Yeah. So Skeksis is a horned lizard, so desert lizard, very spiny. And yeah, it's been Mr. Zemansky's for some time, for about a year and a half. He's had it, and you don't know a whole lot about it, but so we're gonna do sort of a 4-part clock on this radio tech stuff. If you make another roll, maybe you can figure out a little more about how it might have been the radio might be interacting.
Well, I actually have an idea.
Great. Hit it.
And I had it before you.
Yeah, do it. Say it.
Chelsea, did you bring an extra radio?
Yes.
Okay.
I brought my sister's radio.
Okay. I have an idea, you guys. One of us takes this radio and goes over there. And one of us goes over here. He pulls out of his bag the walkie-talkies and hands one to everybody. Maybe there's something that has to do with how it's moving and where it's coming from. And maybe if we can do this at the same time, we can figure out and track it and see if it's stronger in one place or maybe not stronger in another place. This is more, I guess, probably thematic roles.
I love it.
You would have
I'm into
accepted another role, but I want to make this.
I love this.
Okay.
This is great. Yeah. So
Should we split teams?
Call Jimmy.
All right.
All right. Chelsea and I will stay here because I need this. I need the tools.
Yep,
With Sarah's radio. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Jimmy and Bobby climb down the ladder. You know, it's all the ground is just covered in fall leaves. You hear the cars in the distance. You head down sort of further into the woods, just like crawling over roots and stuff. And you've got your walkie-talkies.
So once they leave, though, Arby's gonna say to Chelsea, Hey, so your sister's still coming tonight, right?
Yeah, she's chaperoning. Why?
I just yeah, she's really. I think she's cool. I mean, she's nice. It's cool to see her sometimes, you know. So.
Oh, yeah, she's pretty cool.
Is she has do you know, has she seen Risky Business?
What does that mean?
It's a movie.
Oh,
It's got Tom Cruise.
um,
I've never seen it, but I've seen the one part. My parents they watched it. They told me about it.
oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Chelsea's oblivious. She has no idea about pop culture.
Oh,
If it's not Murder, She Wrote, she doesn't know it.
yeah, but she's like, yeah, okay, but she is coming.
Oh yeah, she'll be there. Why? Do you need like a ride?
No. I just wanted to make sure she's there. She's
No,
Yeah.
she'll be there. She's wearing this like black dress tonight. I think
bet
she's
she
a
looks
vampire.
awesome. Oh, cool.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Cool. Well,
Chelsea, it's going right over her.
yeah, okay. Great. Anyway, and then probably he come in on the walkie-talkies.
Hey, are we far enough away now?
How far are you? Looks out the window. No,
Okay.
keep going.
Hey, Jimmy, you keep. I'll race you.
Great. And I'll watch
right.
the two of you guys
Sure.
like race. Okay. That's it. That's good. Okay, we'll start at the bottom, all the way at the bottom. And then we'll go through this situation and I'll roll.
Yeah, let's roll some tech. Yeah, I love it. Very
Who's
cool.
rolling tech on that side?
Roll. Unless,
Uh,
Jimmy, do you have more than 4 tech?
I have 3 tech, but if we're calculating something, I can do 7.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Yeah,
I'll let you
count
do
that.
it.
I'll count that.
All
Yeah,
right,
easy
all
to
right.
calculate.
All right. I got 1-6 on our side.
We got called out in chat for not saying over at the end of our sentence.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. All right. Moving up, over.
Also 1
also
6
hydrate.
over.
Oh. Oh no.
I don't have any more liquid.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I'll,
We're gonna take a break in just a second.
Okay.
So okay, so you got a 6, Jimmy got a 6, and RB got a 6 over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Copy that.
6 over.
So you guys are both sort of moving. You're trying to get on the same station, sort of following the pattern of where you think the noise is coming from. One, Jimmy and Bobbi, there are a couple of squirrels that are sort of nearby as this starts, and as soon as the hiss comes in, the squirrels start freaking out. They also start going crazy, like they sort of fight each other and then just run away into the brush after one another. Is the first
So
reaction.
apparently this also affects animals. Over.
What do you mean it affects animals, over?
I mean, there's some squirrels over here that they're getting into a real fight. Over.
Like super aggro.
Like super aggro. Over.
Honestly, sounds rad, over.
Yeah, it's like a cool like leaping over each other. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
cool.
pretty cool.
Chelsea-
Over.
They're really athletic. It's
Squirrel Fight Club.
Jimmy, we should start a fight club.
yes.
And then, like in the thing, you can hear on Chelsea's walkie-talkie. Chelsea, are you writing this down, over?
I'm right here. Over.
Chelsea, are you writing this down, over?
Yes. Over.
Chelsea, we need a fight club over just for later.
Just write down Fight Club. But with like a question mark of
Yeah,
like what
question
that
mark.
is.
Yeah.
Ask later.
And so with a continued part of your success with this role, the radios, you start to realize that like even the position of where you're pointing the antenna affects the thing. And so you're sort of trying to locate a little bit where the noise might be coming from. And what you essentially are able to gauge as you're pointing these things and sort of pointing in different directions, the signals converge somewhere in the direction of the high school. And you realize that Mr. Zemansky's note, in which he said, he wrote on the note that what did he write? He said, he said, not precise enough. and then he wrote a drawing of a triangle, and you see at the top of the high school is the dish that would allow him to locate exactly where the signal
Triangulate
is coming
over.
from. And that is where we will take a break.
Fine.
Woo!
Triangulate over.
At break for commercials. So
I wish
yes.
we could run like reruns while we're on break here of Murder, She Wrote it with Field
That'd
Dice,
be
but
so good.
we don't
Isn't
have
there
the
like a
rights.
vintage TV website where you can play like it's as if
think so.
you're in the 80s? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so
sounds
great.
delightful.
I want to check that
I'm
out.
gonna put
All
that
right.
on for myself.
Yeah, so thank you all for being here. We'll see you in a moment. Peace. Hello, and welcome back to Tales from the Loop. Welcome back to, wait, let me get the full name of it that I said again. The Ghostlight RPGs 24-hour Halloween Spooktacular Scream Skull Spookstravaganza Skeleton Tabletop Role-Pleading Livescream. Yeah, we're here. I'm the only person who has that name, I promise. It's not the official thing. It's just a Livescream. Don't mistake my foolishness for reality. Okay, so here we are. We're jumping back into our game this afternoon. So a recap of what has happened so far. We were playing Tales from the Loop, a game set in an alternate 1980s. We've got our characters, Jimmy, Chelsea, Bobbi, and RB, who are all solving a mystery about a strange radio signal that is moving up and down the radio spectrum and is affecting certain people.
And animals.
It's affecting animals, and we're not clear what the rules are on exactly who it affects, because it's affected Chelsea and it's affected other people. Anyway, so somewhat mysterious. Also, because it's Halloween, we've got this candle, which I'm going to light, and I want to have a lit
Festive.
Candle, so. Oh.
Ooh.
Blurry,
That Zoom's
blurry
like blurred it out. Like
Yeah.
this is not
Zoom's like-
appropriate.
this-
No.
yeah, not appropriate.
We can't show this.
It's an 18 minus stream. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Don't play with
Children
fire,
shouldn't.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I took that right out of your mouth.
Don't
Jim.
play with fire. Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're us and we're in the loop.
Yes, exactly. So when we left, the team was doing an experiment involving two radios, trying to triangulate the source of this strange signal. And as Jimmy and Bobbi, you are standing, like a half mile from the treehouse with this radio antenna pointed. Which one of you is holding it?
Um.
I think I'll be holding it
Okay.
because I have a little more robotics and electronics know-how.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you've got the antenna, you're pointing it toward, and it's sort of pointing towards where you can even see across the hills the big antenna of the school, and you can also see some of like the big buildings of downtown and the factory behind it. But you see another one of those shapes appearing in the air in front of you, Bobbi and Jimmy.
Uh-oh, Jimmy. Jimmy, we got trouble.
And it is, I think Jimmy's a little bit frozen for a second. I thought he was just thinking, but he might be somewhat frozen.
In fear.
Yeah, frozen in fear. Exactly. I'm going to give him a fear condition unless we'll see if he's out. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But the shape starts growing. So as Jimmy is sort of frozen with the antenna, Bobbi, you see the shape expanding and becoming somewhat larger. What do you do?
I'm going to take out my slingshot and I'm going to just aim to hit it right in the center to see what happens.
Okay, do it. Yeah, let's make the roll. What do you roll? Whatever you think is appropriate.
Okay, I'll roll body and I'll roll mind because I rolled mind for aim earlier.
Okay.
So I got 1 6 in the first roll, and then I got 1 6.
Okay, great. A pause. Yes, we've got a missing Jamie. So. Oh yeah, because my video is
Ted, your
off.
finger is in one frame.
I know. I'm just
and your head
thinking,
is in another.
yeah, I'm trying to do
This
this
is the
via
loop.
the.
Yeah, that way, Ted. You want that side. You want that side. Stay on that side. Oh no, he's
Hang
back.
on. All right. Now Justin's the GM. You go
There
ahead.
we go,
Justin. You
there
can
we
get us-
go.
Oh, here's Jamie. He's
This
back.
is so meta. The tear is opening up.
Yes, exactly. There is
Pulled
the
in.
world.
There
Awesome.
we go. Thank
So-
you, Justin.
So, Jamie, catching you up, as your character was frozen in fear and technical issues, Bobbi pulled out her slingshot and fired it into the fizzing darkness, and the rock that she had thrown disappeared into the thing. And then the tear opens up even more, and it just looks like you're looking into a TV, like 80s sort of static gray and black and white little ants crawling up and down. And then it starts to form into a shape that looks humanoid.
We got a problem over here. Over.
And RB, you hear problem.
You're not coming through. Over. Try again.
Can I hear him?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Very faint, yeah.
Looks like we've got some maybe an interdimensional portal or person over.
Can I see from the window what's going on?
yeah, you look out there and like there's some branches kind of in the way, but as you know, after a minute or so, you start, not a minute, but after a couple seconds, you start to see something sort of moving towards them. Yeah, Jimmy, you feel some like this sort of frustration as this thing is coming out. There's some fear and annoyance and anger, and this it starts to fully form into the shape of a human being, a very tall, broad-shouldered man, made out of static.
There any like branches on the ground? Like
Yeah, absolutely.
sticks?
Yes.
Probably grab one and just like swing at it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and make a. You could do like a force roll, or like if you have force, or just body in general.
Yes, probably still hear those like. What's happening over?
Let's just do a body.
Yeah, great. Do it. Do a body.
Body, do your body.
Jimmy's about to kick some ass over.
The confidence coming out of there.
No, 1-6.
Okay, great. Yeah. So you hit, and this shape like gets hit by the nunchucks. Like you feel like a physical reaction to it. And the nunchucks like sort of fizz a little bit, not with steam, but just like this sort of electrical seeming energy.
I let it up Bruce Lee like I'm doing
amazing.
it.
The figure sort of looks at this wound it's just been struck, and looks back at you, and RB, you start to hear that the signal is moving on. It's moving somewhere else on the radio.
I'm gonna follow it.
Okay, great. But yeah, it starts stepping towards Jimmy, and you, who have not changed the frequency, you start to see that the figure starts to shed static, like sort of floats off of him like he's disintegrating. And RB, you and Chelsea can both see what's happening.
Oh, I see what's happening. Over.
It's fine.
Any advice? Over.
I'm following this thing along with it. Seems like whatever you're doing is working. Is it kind of shredding? Yeah.
Go, Jimmy,
like,
go.
Just backing up, like help. Someone.
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll body again.
I will. I'll roll body again to try and hit it again.
Okay, great.
We'll
Yeah,
see
both of you roll.
If this. Ooh. I did not hit it this time. Nope.
Nope, me neither.
Oh no. Okay. So so both of you are going to take a condition from this. I think we'll give you both injured. So you can take that off. This will give -1 on all dice rolls from here on out. So the thing,
Okay.
so you try to shoot the slingshot at, and it essentially catches it in its hand, and then sort of like slaps you across the face.
Ow!
Yeah, it knocks you to the ground. It's pretty powerful hit from this thing. Then this music sucks.
It was like promising, and then it didn't quite land.
Yeah. This is slightly better. Let's see. What about this?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is good.
Ooh.
This works. Works well.
Getting some funky.
So, and then Jimmy comes towards you and grabs you by your like tank top and goes, "Let us out," and then throws you back. And as you fall, your hand strikes the radio, turns the dial, and then immediately starts playing Whitney Houston, and the creature dissipates instantaneously.
I want to dance with somebody.
Yes.
Jimmy, you okay?
Yeah. Ow. Yeah. I hurt my wrist.
Oh no, not your fighting wrist.
No, the other one, but
Oh, good.
you know, they're both pretty strong.
That was
How are you-
crazy.
Are you okay, Bobby?
Oh yeah, no, he just nicked me over here, and there's like a cut on Bobby's face. It's just
Oh.
a scratch.
Oh, okay. It. Are you sure? It doesn't look great.
No, I'll be fine. And bleeding just down. I've had worse.
We should. I sort of reach for the walkie-talkie. Like, RB, did you see any of that?
Are the walkie-talkies working? If I'm still.
Yep. Yeah, they're working now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw. It kind of puts the walkie-talkie up to Chelsea. What do we see?
So, and I go through my notes. So there was, I have like a full description of this strange creature. It's about 6'4", static,
Yes.
salt and pepper hair, salt and pepper everywhere. And I just proceed to describe exactly what happened.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, no, I knew that bit. I wanted to know kind of what it was.
How did you get it to disappear? Over.
I think I hit it really hard, and then it didn't like Whitney Houston.
Wait, you changed this? You changed the radio?
I kind of look down at the radio and see that the station's changed. I'm like, oh yeah, the radio's different. It wanted us to let it out.
How's the radio looking?
Like the front plastic plate on it is smashed up even more. This is the school one that you borrowed, so like it's pretty beat up and like has dirt and grass on it, but it's still functional.
You're gonna pick it up and like shake a little, like, are you in there?
There's no response from the radio.
It's in the computer.
Yeah.
When I tried to hit it earlier with my slingshot, my rock went right through that staticky stuff and it like disappeared. Like it went into another place.
But my nunchuck didn't. It like bounced off of it and got electrified.
So whatever this thing is, it's coming here from another place and it wants to get let out, but we don't know why. And we don't know what it has to do with the lizard.
Guys, this is gonna sound crazy, but was that Mr. Slansky?
You know, I did not think to ask.
How tall is Mr. Zelensky?
He's like 5'8", so he would have had to
never mind.
become much taller. I mean, he could
No.
be taller.
They
in the
say
other
that you
dimensions.
look
Sure.
bigger on TV. Maybe it's like you look bigger on radio.
That checks
Over.
out.
Well, next time we see him, I'll definitely inquire.
Well, looking
Over.
back at the notes on on Chelsea, on Chelsea's notes with the triangle. I think we're gonna need another radio, a bigger one. Over.
I may have a way to help with that. You guys look over at the school and see any sort of dish thing?
Over.
Yeah, over there. That way.
Over.
Great, and end scene. So we jump to, unless there are other scenes you want to do. Also, anyone who has a condition can heal themselves by interacting with their chaperone, or not their chaperone, their anchor. It could be a chaperone. So, and Miss Moore is going to be at the dance tonight. And heck, if we want the Blockbuster guy to be there, he can. But
It's the event of this season.
yeah, people like this middle school dance. Carson's leaving. He's out. Done with this. Yeah. Do you want to have an interaction with your anchor before we go to the dance? You've got a little bit of time left before as you're on your way there to the dance.
I mean, I will. Yeah, at some point, if we run into Miss Moore, I'll definitely want to have an interaction with her.
Yeah. She'll be at the dance, so you can see her there. What about Blockbuster guy? Chet.
Yeah. Let's have Chet come to the dance.
Great. Yeah. So you all head to the dance at the middle school. There's a big old orange flyer. It says Halloween dance, Andrew Carnegie Middle School. And yeah, it's all like dark inside and spooky. There's spider webs, and this is the high school. You guys don't go to the high school, obviously. You're too young. It's like this is the big, cool building where the cool kids are. There's a lot of people in the parking lot. It's kind of cool, and there's there's a little bit of tension in the parking lot. There's some people who are mad at each other. Most of the people who are near their radios, but for a lot of, but there's a lot of like good cheer and fun stuff going on. So do you all guys all bike there? How do you get there? What do you are you wearing your costumes when you get there, or are you like trench coated to hide your disguises? What's going on?
I get there and I'm gonna go change probably in the bathroom. Well, we might need to figure out a plan here.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe you're discussing your plan as you go. What do you guys have a plan?
So we got to get up to that dish, right, Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, we need a bigger radio, right? Or a third radio at least.
Is that why there was a triangle? Because you need 3?
Yeah, Mr. Slansky taught us in robotics class. He was teaching us about how you can triangulate, like where something's coming from. If you have three things.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll just we'll use that third one, and then what did that do?
But we are going to the dance, right?
Oh yeah. Right.
I mean, I'm worried about Mr. Slansky and the lizard, but I mean, we're gonna go, right?
You also know that the dance goes for a few hours, but after about an hour and a half, you know that a bunch of the chaperones are going to go home. So that might be the point when security is loosest. So you could go to the dance for an hour and a half and then try and get up to the dish.
Let's just go to the dance first, and then when all the chaperones go home, we can sneak up to the roof. Is that okay?
Put holes in their security.
We can case the joint, as it were.
Exactly.
Chelsea's drawing a whole diagram about weak spots throughout the dance.
All right. Well, so meet up in the dance, yeah.
Yeah, let's just meet up at the punch bowl.
Yeah, sure.
At the punch bowl.
All right.
All
And
right.
RB goes off to the bathroom by himself to get himself ready.
Cool. So the place you find the Blockbuster guy is not at the dance, but in the parking lot of the dance, Jimmy. You bike up and you see Chet hanging out with a few seniors from the high school. And they're all, they've got, one of them's cars parked there, and they're all doing something on top of the back trunk of this car that is relatively flat. So
Hey!
you can see them from a distance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of saunter up to them, and sort of like wave hi, and then notice that it's like high schoolers who Chet's with, and kind of like gingerly like drop my hand and like, hey, and then from about 10 feet away, like not get any closer, just like, Chet, hey man.
Yeah, so you see one of the seniors, a larger guy with glasses, goes, and who is this? And another one of the seniors, this girl looks at you sort of mysteriously, and Chet goes, this is my friend Jimmy. He comes to the video store. And the man with the glasses says, is he the one who keeps checking out Enter the Dragon?
It's just not all the time. I also do Fist of Fury, and just I'm sorry, it's at home actually. Do you want me to get it for you? I can.
Chet hits the guy on the shoulder. He's like, no, it's fine. Come on, Andrew. And he says, yeah, come on over, man. You're good. And you see that they have a piece of paper with a bunch of tiles laid out on the back of the thing, and you see they've got a bunch of dice, but they're like weird shapes of dice. So they're
Are you guys gambling?
In a way.
Yeah, the girl says, gambling with the lives of my elf ranger, John. And John is another one of the guys who's looking very seriously at the board. He's like, I have enough smite. I can do this. And anyway, they continue playing they're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. Chet goes, look, what's up, man? Do you need, you're about to head into the dance. Oh my gosh. Let's go to the dance. Look, this guy's cooler than all of you. And all of them, sort of look snarkily at him. He walks over with you and says, puts his arm around your shoulder and says, "What's up, man? You need something from me?"
I'm kind of, I don't know, a little freaked out, man.
Yeah? What about?
Well, it's just like, you remember the radio stuff I was talking about and like people getting weird?
Yeah.
You ever seen like a guy made out of static or something?
I don't think I have. That sounds freaky though.
Yeah, it was freaky.
You saw this in real life?
Yeah, I hurt myself a little actually.
Oh man, dang! That looks like a freaking bruise, man. You need to, we need to tie that up with something. And he he's got this like leather jacket with this like cloth inside. It's like really raggedy inside. He like rips a section of cloth out of the inside of it and like wraps up your hand with it. He's like, "Here, this will help, man. Maybe, I don't know."
Aww.
Dad, you're really cool, man.
Oh, dude, no, you're cool. You are cool, man. And if there are static humanoids to be faced, like, your friends need you,
Like your friends need you over there?
More than that. I mean, these guys need me. I'm a cleric, so of course they need me. But
I don't know what that means. But,
yeah, it's okay. Not me neither, really. Do you need help? Like, what do you need?
No, I don't need help. I'm cool. I'm glad to see you.
Good to see you too, man. Hey, have a great dance. I don't know if you want to dance with anybody, but it's not about dancing with someone necessarily. Just like, dance, let loose. It's fun.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Take care, man. So gives you a little nudge.
I go for our secret handshake and then like, right, yeah.
yeah. Be careful about that. Yeah. Ask your mom. I don't really know anything about that, but yeah, you'll do great.
Yeah. Thanks, man. And then, inspired by him like tearing up his like raggedy thing, I'm gonna reach in and pull out what my mom had for me, which is like a little mini kind of white tuxedo thing, and I'm gonna start tearing it in like tear off the arms and just put the jacket over the tank top and like using the pants, like tear them into strips and tie it into a headband.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Oh,
I love it. Yeah. You walk in and the teachers are like, "Hey, Jimmy, looking great, man. Wow, it's great. Who is he?"
What's that? Is that a chef?
Amazing. All right, how is everyone else getting into the dance? Or what's your arrival? What's your
I'm gonna put my sport coat on for my blazer.
Yes.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be comparing like 3 different scarves to wear with it. It's very serious.
Yes.
They're all in my bag, but
Yes.
I eventually land on one that looks very similar to this, except I'm wearing like a more tan sport like pantsuit, and just a slightly more shiny necklace underneath, but you can't really see it. But I don't care. I have my a couple of my pens are glow in the dark in case I lose them or drop them. I'm all about utility. And I think I'm gonna try to scope out for maybe my sister. See if she's around. Maybe ask if she's gonna be up to anything after in case I do need a ride, but really I'm just asking if she'll be cutting out with all the other chaperones, etc.
Sure. And she's like, I'm sticking around at the snack table. I think I'll be there till the end, so I can try to be back.
Oh, no worries. I mean, I have all my friends. And we have our bikes, and it's this pantsuit's pretty aerodynamic and movable. So
Oh, that's
think,
good.
yeah, I think we'll be okay. Just wanted to see what your plans were. Don't worry, I'm taking good care of your radio. It's in good hands.
Yours, I
Arby.
hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'm just gonna be hanging with some of the other kids from school. We're all working this together, so it'll be fun.
Cool. Good for you, getting those volunteer hours in. Yep. Go pilots. I'm guessing that's still the mascot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so you head into the dance and you see like the gym is all decorated. It's like all the lighting is all blue. It's beautiful and sort of intimidating. There's all these people, and across the gym you see a young man in a suit, Jeremy West. He's from your English class, and he is dressed as Sherlock Holmes.
Wow.
He's got a Sherlock Holmes hat on, and he's got a magnifying glass. And as he dances, he uses the magnifying glass.
Does he ever land on me at any point? Because I imagine she's getting like tunnel vision right now.
He's just like lost in his own world, sort of, figuring out his own mysteries. Like, and he's also like using to like look up at the lights and up like just over it. Yeah, so you're too lost in the crowd for him to immediately see you, but he's over there and dancing.
Wow, he's so fresh and cool. I say this to myself. There's no one around, right? Sarah's definitely not around.
What? Sorry? Did you say something? Sorry?
No.
Okay. Did you want something from the chocolate fountain before? People are going to finish this really fast.
There's a chocolate fountain.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
This is like little.
I've never seen that on TV.
It's pretty cool in real life as well as on TV. They're pretty sweet.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna go try it out, but she's gonna put a little napkin over her so she doesn't.
Yeah, of course.
It's a good pantsuit. It's very multi-purpose. Yeah. I imagine she also goes to church in it.
Yes. Oh yeah. Double purpose. Yeah. Love it. Amazing. And where's Bobbi?
I guess Bobbi took her bike too, and she was already in her costume, so she didn't have to change. So I think it's just kind of in the
Teen
gym.
Wolf mask back or no?
No, she just left it there. So now it's just like she's got the hair on her hands. She's got, I imagine, kind of like sideburns that she's like glued to her face.
So good. Yes.
And she's got like that like Letterman jacket. And she's at the dance and just kind of feeling a little out of place because she's never really been to a middle school dance before. So she's kind of like looking around, I think at the punch bowl before everybody else, maybe, or like she's looking for a familiar face at the dance right now. A little nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, and she ends up seeing Miss Moore is a little ways away. She's talking with the people who are the DJ, the person who's like moving the records back over. And as she comes down, she says, "Hey there, Bobbi, how you doing?"
I'm doing okay, Miss Moore. How you doing?
Just fine. Yeah, you kids have fun. Did you lose your didn't you have a Teen Wolf hat or something?
Yeah, but I lost it when we were Yeah, but I thought that I did not need that anymore.
I see. All right.
And like as she's speaking, like she still has this like cut with like the blood kind of trailing down her face. She just kind of like wipes at it. You see Mr. Zelensky anywhere?
Bobbi, you're bleeding. That's not makeup?
No, it's not. I just fell. I fell out of our tree house.
Okay, Bobbi, come with me. She like grabs you by the hand, starts pulling you. And you, yeah, I'm sure you are. She pulls you, and there's like a little like first aid kit on a wall in like a kitchen area. And she's like, "Look, you did okay. Sit down right there." So you did this? What? You're falling out of a treehouse? Said?
Yeah, my friends and I were doing some stuff, and Miss Moore, do you did you ever go to middle school dances?
I imagine I did.
Did you like dance with boys or girls or everyone or
Yeah, I danced with folks. I guess with partner dancing, it was mostly with boys, but I hung out mostly with my girlfriends, I guess. Um, is this your first dance?
Bobby blushes and she's like, yeah, I guess we don't really do these back where I'm from.
Yeah, you just do
Um,
like barn raisings, I assume.
yeah, basically.
Oh, I was joking, but I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding too. But nothing like this. Nothing this big or fancy or flashy with like a DJ and stuff.
Fancy. It's all Party City.
You think this outfit's dumb?
No, I think it's great. I mean, why would it be dumb?
I don't know. My mom wanted me to wear this dress to the party, but I don't normally do that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's mostly whatever you want. I've found that I mean, it seems like you took off the wolf hood. I think that, those things can be unwieldy and kind of sweaty. I think dresses are sort of easier in that regard.
I don't mind getting sweaty.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think you can wear whatever you like to a dance. And this is more thematic than just a dress, if you're
Yeah,
getting into the spirit of things. I think it's a little better.
cool. Cool. Yeah, I think so too. I was just yeah. I'm
Great.
gonna go find my friends.
All right. Wait, really quick. And she like puts a band-aid on your cut. On your face.
Thanks.
All right. Well, good luck.
Oh, and don't listen to the radio, okay?
What?
Don't listen to the radio tonight. Because the DJ is so much better. So there's really no reason that anyone should need to have a radio turned on at all.
Okay. Sounds good. I won't listen to the radio.
Okay, good. Thanks, bye. And she runs
All right.
off.
Pieces off. All right. Yes, back at the dance where all the stuff's happening. RB, what are you up to?
Well, I think the dance is underway, and I think it's quite a while before our RB finally shows. And you, if anyone's near the punch bowl, he's on his way over there. He's got his clothes on from before, over something. Obviously, it's lumpy and whatever else. With a little bit of a white poking out underneath. And he gets to the punch bowl and gets a cup. Gets another one.
And then one of the chaperones, a boy, goes, "Yo, hey, leave some for the fish." And then Sarah goes, "Fish don't drink punch, Mac."
And it's sort of that kind of happens outside of his consciousness. And anyone who's there, I don't know who is there, but he says to himself as he puts the cup down, "Age is just a number. Age is just a number." And he walks over toward the DJ and has a short conversation with him and hands him a cassette. And what looks to be a bunch of quarters. So, does he accept it, Ted? I don't know if I got.
Yeah, let's make a roll with the DJ.
Okay. All right.
So probably this would be a heart roll.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on how you want to approach it.
I think heart is probably the right way to do this.
Great.
I've got one.
Okay. You rolled one?
I only had 3 dice.
So
I got one.
The DJ is one of the librarians. This is Mrs. Rodoloni.
Yes, librarians are so cool.
And she looks up at you, says, Oh, hello there. You want to request a song? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one. This one.
Oh, all right. Well, sure. We'll put it on after 2 more songs. Does that sound all right?
Just what next song, please? If it's all the same to you, it would be. I really want to do this.
Well,
I want to hear the song.
Oh, all right. Well, we just got to make sure that the requests get. I'll do this one for you, RB.
Thank you. And he disappears in a door, like. So I'm assuming this is a gym with a auditorium stagey type.
Yep.
Yeah, he goes in the door that goes up the steps into the wings.
Yes.
And awaits his song.
So he's backstage.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. Are any of would RB have enlisted any of the others to help him in this task, or is this completely his own?
I think this is completely his own.
Okay, great. So yeah, after the next song ends, things sort of quiet down. And it was like sort of a quiet, dancey song, and someone in the crowd goes, "That song sucked." Then and then you hear some teacher go, like you see a teacher sort of walking briskly towards this kid to reprimand him. But then old school rock and roll starts to play.
Yes, the Bob Seger song, and on the intro, you hear over a microphone. This is from Sarah. And he comes out with the sunglasses, Heidi Whiteys, and something that's very clearly his dad's white shirt.
Oh my God.
And proceeds to act out the only scene he's seen from Risky Business by cool guy Tom Cruise, and sings along with this song on the stage, like full out with the choreography, with like the little dropping, and he's got like a mic stand that he's using as a kind of like a thing, dancing like with the golf club and everything, and he'll go as long as the song will go.
Can we please be in here to see this?
Yes, of course. You're
Am
all
I
in
with
there.
Sarah?
Yeah.
I think maybe Jimmy, I find Jimmy and I'm like, what's going on? And then, because I want to see this so bad.
Yes.
JB's about
RB.
A lot of
What's RB about to do?
about to shoot a shot.
That's probably as much as Jimmy knows, is that I was like, I'm making my moves tonight.
Yes. Yep. So there's and like someone opens up, like the curtain gets. Are you opening up the curtain, or do you step through it to do the?
No, this is all in front of the curtain. Yeah. He like comes through from behind it, and so he's in front of it, like on the floor, pretending to play the guitar, writhing, and literally nothing but tidy whities and socks.
Yes. The entire people were dancing, sort of did different songs, but as soon as the song comes on, nobody is dancing, and everybody is just watching this performance from RB, and sort of like in utter sort of shock. So RB, try, how good is your performance? Let's roll and see how
Jeez. This is probably, I don't know what's a good one, but probably body.
Body.
Yes. with which RB has 1 point. You
body
can
rolls
use your
for body rolls.
You can use your iconic item. Use your iconic item.
Okay. In his hand, you also see dangling from it the keychain that has this small kind of scruffy looking dog. His dog Chester that passed away last year, and he holds it and kisses it before he really gets into this thing. And I didn't even need it though, because I rolled in 1-6. So the performance is like film accurate.
Yes.
What that means, I don't know.
To the group,
right?
Is unclear.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea.
Yes.
But it's really good. It's like film accurate. He's practiced it.
Yes, absolutely. So after 30 excruciating seconds of this for all of you watching this performance, and Chelsea, you're seeing as the kids with Sarah, wait, did he say this is for Sarah? Did he specify her last? There are 4 Sarahs here. Who's he
Poor
talking
Sarah.
about?
Well, and
Oh.
definitely at one point, he's like,
yes.
yeah,
Yes, points right at her.
yeah,
And there's
like
like
right
what,
then, yeah.
what you see is there's a moment where before that point happens, Sarah Gluemeister, Sarah Gluemeister, she sort of steps forward out of the crowd,
Oh,
sort
Oh
of
no!
yearningly, this little 11-year-old and then the point happens and she just immediately like goes for the drinks table as if she did. Jimmy is stuck in a pose of transcendent enthusiasm about this, which is great. I think he'll show up in a second.
He's back.
Jimmy's back. Yeah, so the point happens and then the principal, Mr. Brown, comes up and sort of like a little bit like playing along, like he's jamming to the music a little bit, and he sort of pats RB on the shoulder a couple times, like, "This is great, son. This is great. You're done. You're done."
And he'll
Okay,
sort
back on.
of follow him off.
and one of there's a kid in the audience who's like, "Let him finish. Let him finish."
And I know he'll just follow the principal. That's what he's told. He can't. Yeah, trying like
he's
doing
still
the rest
dancing?
on the way out. Yes, but yeah.
And there's a
he's
lot
still
of laughs,
dancing.
mostly from teachers rather than students. Like,
Yeah.
the kids are a little bit just sort of like stunned that such a thing would occur.
Yeah,
And
I think shortly after getting off of the stage, wherever he's
Yes.
taking, I don't know if I'm in trouble if he's taking me somewhere or not.
no,
but-
he's like his first question is, "You all right?"
and then he kind of recognizing what he did, and also maybe from 3 huge cups of sugary punch, starts to feel nauseous, and I think I'm gonna throw up.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Get him to the bathroom, and then like this other teacher comes and sort of escorts you into the bathroom.
Great.
And you have your moment in there.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, you look up at your sister, Sarah, who is sort of looking around in confusion and is just sort of like starting to offer. She's like, "Here, want some more punch?"
What was that?
I mean, was that your friend?
Well, yeah, but wait, are you Sarah? Well, I know you're Sarah, but like,
Yes. I mean, he pointed in this direction. Well, maybe it was one of the other Sarahs around.
I
here?
had nothing to do with this, first and foremost. I had no idea this was gonna happen.
And,
Is everyone okay?
Mac, one of the other like kids from the prep school, is like, "Looks like Sarah's got a boyfriend." And Sarah just sort of looks mortified at both him and then at you. And she's just not reacting.
I mean, he's really nice, Sarah. I've seen you do worse. I mean,
Yes, thank you.
mhm.
Yeah, it was it was a very, very courageous. I'm
Courageous.
gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back in
Okay.
whenever I want. So she disappears off to the bathroom.
I try to go find Bobby and Jimmy
Uh-huh.
and try to process what just happened.
Yes.
And asked, did you two know about this?
I mean, I knew he was planning something for tonight. I didn't. Did he forget pants, or was that like? Is he meant to look like that?
'Cause I don't think Chelsea's seen the movie. I'm asking as Jess.
I don't know
Can
if
anyone
I-
explain that cultural phenomenon that just
think-
happened?
It's probably like
I know the scene. I also just know it out of context, so I could not.
Yeah, it's probably like in the
And
trailer.
that's
yes.
exactly how RB knows it too. It's like his parents watched it. They might have it on VHS, but
Yes.
it's too boring for him. Other
Yes.
than that part, it's like cool.
Yeah.
I recognize it from there's a Calvin and Hobbes strip where Calvin does the risky business dance.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like-
That's the first
yeah.
place I learned of it. Yeah.
Yes. So as you are talking, there are 3 other kids from RB's grade who come up like, do you know where he went? That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. That kid is a legend.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Did you see where he went? I want to get his autograph. I want him to do it again.
The principal took him away because he's in trouble for it now.
He's
Uh,
in trouble.
knowing RB, he's probably throwing up in the bathroom.
With he throwing up a storm of
Just
coolness.
ralphing everywhere.
Storm of coolness. Whoa. And they just sort of like
Storm of
split off in their
coolness.
own directions, not knowing where they're headed. Yeah. So I'm gonna RB, you're in the bathroom, sort of having finished your business a little bit, and you're going to look up
My
and
risky business.
see the teacher who brought you in here. There's the shot where you look up and you go, and then we're gonna cut away from that to any other dance shenanigans people are up to. If there's any other there can be interactions post whatever happens, but if there's anything that you don't have to have any other scenes.
So
here.
are you guys gonna dance?
Somebody dance with her.
I wasn't, but I was talking with Chet, and he said that you just have fun at these things. So,
Yeah.
do you
Oh,
wanna dance?
hey. Yeah. Oh, are you asking me if I want to dance with you?
We'll just dance. Like, I mean, we could dance together, but it's not like
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. No, yeah.
okay, cool.
Also, I like your costume.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a suit.
It's a good suit.
Thanks.
It's really fancy.
I like your fur still.
Thanks.
Oh no!
So and it's like outside in the music playing, like you're in like the final chorus of time after time, which is probably happened later than this. I don't care, but like there's some like lovely slow song playing, and as the two of you step out to like maybe start dancing together and get into like a partner dance position, Take on Me starts playing.
And Bobby is like, I love this song, and kind of like grabs Jimmy and just like runs into the middle of the dance floor and like just starts like thrashing her body around in a very like not at all good way, but very enthusiastic and very true to herself.
Yes.
Yeah. Similarly, Jimmy's mostly just like doing punches, like as his like rhythmically, just because he doesn't have any other moves.
Yes. I love it.
So that
What's
was literally
Chelsea
the song
doing?
in my head that I was playing in my head. So that's perfect.
Good. Take on me.
Take on me.
Yes. And I think also onto the dance floor comes Jeremy West in full Sherlock stuff. And
Oh dear.
yeah, and he looks at Jimmy and very appropriately to the situation says, "Elementary, my dear Watson."
Oh. Wow. He's so cool. What I imagine the song's like she's not even hearing the song in
No,
her head.
yes.
It's some kind of different ballad going on.
Yes.
And suddenly all the worries about what the hell just happened with Sarah just kind of melt away.
Yes.
And she after seeing how bold RB was and just seeing Jimmy and Bobby having so much fun, she just kind of like feels herself gravitating towards him.
Yes. Yes, and
then-
he is he's dancing and just like living his best life, hanging out with your friends. But as he looks up, he says, "Jessica Fletcher."
Oh, yeah, no one really seems to know who I am. They think I'm one of the teachers, actually, but you sure are Sherlock. Hi.
Hey,
How's the dance?
it's going great. Yeah, I really like it. These are your friends, right? They're cool.
Yeah, they're really cool. I try to be cool too. I like your little spyglass there.
Thanks. Yeah, it helps me discover clues. Wherever they might lurk. Yeah, it's pretty important.
Then she lifts up her notebook and like, this helps me record clues. So if you ever need help,
Whoa.
I got
Yeah,
you.
that's like, there's a lot of synergy there between those two things. Like, they complement one another.
Yeah.
Not like compliments. There's a
Well,
verb. It's to compliment. You
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally. From
And
English
then,
class.
And then as the song ends, it turns to what's that big band song, In the Mood? Like the classic big band song. I'm thinking the
You mean the
Moonlight
swing
Serenade?
Yes.
That is In the Mood. Sorry.
In the Mood. Great, yes. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So that starts and he goes, "Do you know how to swing dance?"
Oh, jeez.
Well, we did freshman dance lessons in my first week of private school. I think I might remember some of it.
Yeah, I don't know it all, but we could try.
Okay. And she just goes.
He puts his magnifying glass in his
She's having an
pocket.
out-of-body experience.
Yes. And they just yeah, they do the whole dance.
My necklace is swinging around everywhere.
Yeah. Through the air.
Somehow
And,
there are stars.
Yes.
The balloon
yes,
arches look so much classier now.
Yes, and the bats that are hanging are like glowing with beauty. It's it's like flying doves is what they've become.
Mhm.
And in that moment, RB, you look up into the face of Mr. Zemansky.
Mr. Zemansky, we were looking for you.
Really?
Yes, and Sizzle, Smexel, Skittles,
Skexus. He holds
Skexus.
up he holds up the horn toad.
Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, you look for it, immediately bites your finger.
Oh, I don't like it. Oh,
Yeah, he's kind of irritable. He's had a bad day.
where are you? Was it the radio?
You see he's got a pair of earmuffs around his neck. He's like, I think something's bad is going to happen here in just a minute. I can explain. Just you're here with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're here to triangulate. You left us a message.
Wasn't technically for you, but that's great. That's really helpful. Great. Come with me. And so
Great.
you guys head out of the thing, and as that's happening, the music on the dance floor is changing because you see someone is up on this up with the DJ and is plugging a radio into the speakers of the
Who?
dance. It is, as you walk in, you can see it is the janitor. So the music cuts out, and immediately the gym is filled with the noise of this crazy signal. And the janitor is just standing there, sort of like in a trance. He seems barely conscious of what he's doing. But you see that the librarian is sprawled on the ground of the gym, unconscious. He is just like smacked her with something, and so they are now plugging this in, and yeah, immediately the music changes, and you notice what's happening before anybody has the chance to react. So
RB's
RB, you're at the far end of the gym with Zemansky.
Okay, well, the first thing I think is Sarah, and I'm gonna run towards Sarah
Aw.
to save her if I
Great.
can. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
if I'm passing those guys. Problem is I'm in socks, so I might need to make a body roll on the gym floor.
Yes, make a body roll on the
Okay.
gym floor. You're heading towards Sarah. Your friends are in the center of the dance floor. You're going towards Sarah first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
Okay. So yeah. So you sort of you're running towards her. You see that she's talking with Mac, and he says, "It should have been me who got the A on that test." And then she sort of like freaking out, and you full bowling slide into Mac and
Yes.
knock him onto his butt on the floor. So you he sort of falls half on top of you, and so you're like kind of crushed under him for a second. But Sarah's like,
Sarah, get out! Run!
What? She's sort of
Don't
looking
listen
around.
to the radio.
People are like people are freaking out about the feedback. But yeah, and then like immediately someone like comes to one of the teachers comes to grab her and like and she goes, "This punch is terrible," and takes the punch bowl and sort of like throws it, and like Sarah just barely gets out of the way in time as the punch bowl flies and shatters against the wall of the gym. It is chaos in here. We need some chaos music.
Chaos music.
That's not chaos. Yes, this is it.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is it. So yeah, you things are going crazy. What are you guys all doing? We don't need to do initiative rolls, but like, what are the actions going on? Zemansky is just like,
on.
yeah, yes, sunglasses are on.
We gotta get to that. We gotta get to that radio, Jimmy.
The radio upstairs or these ones?
We gotta unplug that one over there.
I can handle this one.
Okay.
I want to run over to the sound system, pull out the bottle of Windex, and try to just dump it over the entire system.
Oh my god.
Amazing. So as you're heading towards the DJ booth, you see another tear appearing in midair in the middle of the gym, bigger than you've ever seen it. It's expanding to the point where you see another humanoid form stepping from it in between you and the signal, between you and the setup there.
Would the bodyguard have come out by this time?
Maybe.
I'll start singing some Whitney Houston.
Yeah, great. No, it's 92, but who cares?
Okay.
This is a different 80s. They
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
earlier.
I sing a different
Time is soup.
Whitney Houston
Yes.
song that I definitely know and can place correctly in time.
Yeah, of course. No worries. Yeah, you sing some Whitney Houston. And there's a little bit of music. Maybe there's a little bit of music actually under the radio, and maybe it is Whitney Houston that's playing on the speakers and here in the gym. So with the static over top of it.
I would like to try to go under its legs. and
Yes, totally. Yeah, I love it.
through. Okay. And that could be a move. That's a move, presumably.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I think move would be great. That's perfect.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, roll it.
Rolling it. Nope. Twos and
Oh
fours.
no. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
All right, so you see that this figure, which was just sort of a silhouette of a person before, you see that it's got this cap with this small brim and is carrying a sledgehammer made out of static. And as you try to slide under it, the hammer goes, and you barely miss it, but you have to sort of leap back out of your intended direction to do so. You also see that there are more of these tears showing up across the gym, and certain people who appear particularly affected by the sound are have swallowing some of this static. And they you see their eyes become staticky temporarily, and they suddenly, as soon as that happens, they stop looking so upset, and they start walking somewhere else. They start doing something else. So you see very purposefully heading in some different direction. So yeah, what else is other people up to? What's going on?
I want to run and try to pull the fire alarm.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that if we can get people out of the gym, then maybe that'll stop some of the people from getting possessed or whatever. So Bobby's just
Yeah.
going to run for the closest fire alarm and pull it and try to get everyone out.
Yeah, that's great. You run towards the fire alarm, and the person who is blocking your way is Miss Moore. She's saying she looks very affected by this noise. She's like, "What are you doing here, Bobby?"
Well, this is my dance. This is a middle school dance. Miss Moore, there's a fire over by the DJ. We got to pull that alarm.
And she looks like she's really torn. It's hard she's not being convinced, but you can make a roll. What are you trying?
Oh gosh. I guess I will try to roll. Would it be charm?
Sure, you can try
no.
charmer. Yeah, convince
I
her.
only have 2 die for charm.
Let's see.
And they're both a 2.
Okay. Yeah. So she's sort of resist. You could push it.
Oh yeah, push it. I'll push it.
Pushing is
Whatever.
when you take a condition. So you could take afraid, for example, and get another roll with it. Do you have an iconic item that could work with this to charm her? No, your iconic
Nope,
item's
it's a slingshot.
Slingshot. All right.
But I want to push it. So what do I
Okay.
do?
So you just take a condition. So
Okay.
you're gonna become afraid.
Afraid.
Probably, I think would be reasonable. And then you get to roll again immediately.
Okay. Do I have to roll the same thing?
You could do scared or upset would also work, I think.
Okay.
Give yourself an additional die.
Okay. So I'm still rolling charm though. I'm
Still
pushing
rolling.
charm.
Unless there's a different one you want to try. You can try something else.
Well, I was thinking that I might just try to push her out of the way.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
push
gonna
your
get me in
teacher.
trouble later.
Yeah.
I get a lot more die when I get to do that.
Yes.
And not one of them is a 6.
Oh
Aw.
no! Oh my gosh! So you guys are suddenly starting to feel like you're becoming surrounded in the center. There are kids who are freaking out. Most of the young kids, the kids your age, are also not affected. So that's what you're starting to notice is that like the older you are, the more likely this is to affect you. And as you're also like feeling surrounded, Zemansky comes into the middle with you. He has his lizard, and he's got his earmuffs on over his ears to keep himself from hearing the signal. And he's also got like a backpack and a baseball bat.
Cool.
So
I'm ready.
yeah, so he's here. And RB, have you gotten out from underneath?
Yeah,
Mac?
if I can get out from under Mac,
Yeah,
I'd probably
yeah.
go run now to my friends or to Mr.
That's great.
Zemansky.
Yeah,
Where's
that's great.
Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea, where are you? What's going on with you?
Chelsea probably comes out of her phase of
Yeah, her
staring at
dream
Jeremy.
yes.
Her
yeah,
dream
but Jeremy's
sequence of
still there
Jeremy.
with you. He's like, what's going on?
I say, Jeremy, I'm so sorry. My friends need me. There's crime afoot. And then
The game's afoot. Can I help?
yeah, where's the audio system in here? Like there's got to be
in
like
the
a
gym?
panel or something, like a breaker
Oh, it's on the stage.
on the stage. Okay,
Yes.
can you show me?
Yes. Let's do it. Yeah, and he like starts like racing with you.
Action
through
sequence.
Yes. Here, if everyone's gathered together, you could all like push for a single action with all of you and Zemansky pushing for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if I
So
see any
each
of them,
you-
I'm like, the panel, we have to get to the panel.
Great. So all of you can describe which action you're choosing to use to get yourselves closer through the on-pressing crowd of belligerent, angry people. And so you're going to have to roll successes equal to the number of you have to roll 8 successes total between all of you. So it's double the number of kids. But I'm going to give you a few dice for Zemansky as well. He's going to roll.
Nice.
So choose whichever action and describe to me how you're doing it. So you can choose the action you're best at as long as you feel it's applicable.
I guess
What do you think?
Bobbi can be helping with just trying to like push people out of the way,
Mm-hmm.
just to try and get through the crowd to try and make way for Chelsea and
Yes.
her bow.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll roll for that.
Great.
Ooh, oh my God, you guys, I got 3 6s.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. That's
I'm so
awesome.
excited.
And did you roll the extra 2 for the slingshot, or did you using the slingshot?
I didn't do that. I rolled 4 for my body and I rolled 2 for force.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I
Awesome.
got 3 6s from that.
Amazing.
I'm
So
gonna try to push my way through it. Also push literally to become exhausted to get another die to try to body my way through this. I mean,
All
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. What else?
I mean, I
you
could
would
try to
do?
sneak kind of around. Or the way I think about sneaking is that I would be like not getting knocked over and caught because
Yeah.
I'm probably the smallest in this group
Ducking
as
and
things are
weaving.
going on. So I can
Yes.
have those and roll
think
4
that's great.
dice.
Yeah, do that.
But I'll push myself on that. And this
All
will
right.
probably be exhausting after my activities this evening. That's going to be 1 6 only.
Okay.
To aid with that, I was wondering if, and I don't know if this is actually what physically would happen, but I want to try to create some sort of distraction and short out the lights. I imagine we're in the gym with the lights. I want to just throw my nunchucks straight up into the air to smash one of the light bulbs and hopefully have like a shower of sparks go.
Amazing. Yes.
Yes.
Safety third.
Yes.
Amazing. I love it.
But it doesn't do anything.
Oh,
No.
pain.
Oh no.
7 dice, no six.
Oh no. All right, Chelsea, what's your move?
As we're trying to book our way and Jeremy is leading me, I'm trying to like look ahead to see if there's any sort of like enemies that we should be looking out for, so I can call
Yeah,
up Jeremy to
Yes.
make him like hook a right or a left depending on what's going on, so I
Love it,
can maybe
yes.
use my keen mind
Yes.
investigate or comprehend the space around me.
Yes. Love it.
Which would give me six. Please don't give me any pain.
Give us some sixes.
I got 4 6s.
Oh my gosh. So you need one more success? You
Yeah.
get 3, 1, and 4. All right. So Mr. Zemansky's gonna roll.
Come on, Mr. Zemansky.
On Z-Man.
That's 1 6.
So how many is that total?
That's 8. That means you succeed.
Yeah.
Just by a narrow margin. So all of this insanity, like you guys imagine we like have the little flash where you're like imagining what this would have been like in the perfect version, like dodging the people and doing all that, and the exact opposite happens. It is pure chaos. The nunchucks go flying and hit the light. There's the sparks, like sparks fall in Chelsea's eyes. She's like, ah, Zemansky like bats the social studies teacher in the gut, knocking him down. It's chaos. But Bobbi is leaping through the group. You eventually make it all the way to like up onto the stage. You're crawling onto the stage and turn off the entire breakers of the gym and the school.
Oh,
So it's all dark now.
Yes. There's no power. There's no radio. And you hear people going, "What's going on?" Oh, there's like all this chaos of people. But you do hear still people moving around. These people who were affected and like swallowed some of the static are still like potentially running around in the darkness, heading off somewhere. So you don't know what exactly is going on. But Zemansky, meanwhile, as the chaos is going on, he's like talking with RB and all of you guys. He's like, the signal affects people with bitterness. The more bitter you are, the more it affects you. And it affects animals equally. And so I was using Skeksis to evaluate how much it was affecting people, affecting it, because I didn't want it to affect me, because I knew it would. And so I think something that they did at the loop may have caused this. That they let something loose with some of their experiments. And so I need to figure out where the source is coming from. And I brought this, and he like pulls out this little like add-on plugs into a radio. He's like, you should be able to use this to talk to suppress the signal and potentially be able to weaken it enough that we can get people from the loop to shut it down. That was the plan, at least. I didn't have a lot of time. I was kind of improvising.
We've got your back, Mr. Zemansky.
Did anyone see where the janitor went?
He's gone at the moment. But probably, Jimmy, in your backpack, you got a flashlight from your supplies that you needed, right? Just in case.
Yeah.
So
I pull that out and start shining it around the room, just like frantically.
Flashlights go happening. And he said, you see that you see someone running out of the room towards the stairs that would lead up to the roof. And Zemansky says, I think that's him. Let's go that way. Let's get to the roof.
Yeah.
So you guys are all sprinting up that direction towards the exit, going past people in chaos. And as you're running past RB, RB is last in the lineup. You feel a hand grab yours.
Ooh.
And you turn and see Sarah. She says, "RB, where are you? Where are you going? Where are you and my sister going?
We're
Are you
saving.
gonna be okay?"
Yes, we're saving the world.
Okay. I'm just okay.
Sarah, I need you to know, in case I don't come back, I love you.
and then he just like goes.
She goes, "Good luck."
What?
We'll figure that out later.
So you guys push open the doors. There's people running up the stairs before you, other people who are heading up the stairs. And you guys race all the way to the top of the high school. Mr. Zemansky opens up the door, and you see the big dish, and you see the spread of the city of Pittsburgh below you, and you see the janitor is standing there with a radio hooked up to the to another larger radio, and they're broadcasting using the dish. To broadcast the signal all over more of the city. There's 4 people up here, the janitor and 3 others, who, when they look at you, can sort of see the fizzle of static in their eyes. So yeah, what do you do?
I Han Solo in A New Hope, just like yelling with the flashlight in my hand, just like charge with the closest one of them's swing.
Amazing. Yeah, do it. Make a body roll. All right.
No.
Doesn't go super well.
Nope, does not.
Yep. So you, you're like trying to like hit someone with a flashlight, and someone just sort of grabs you and picks you up and says, they don't say anything. They're all like very silent. He just picks you up and sort of puts you to the side, struggling with you. Zemansky is shouting at them like, "Look, I understand that you're under the influence of something, but we can stop this. This can be okay." And the static voice comes out of the sort of static in the air and says, "Free us."
How do we do that?
Do we want to do that?
I don't know.
Mr. Zemansky says, "If we can triangulate the signal, we can figure out the nature of it. We can figure out what this is, what they want."
Well, that sounds like something for you and RB and Chelsea to do.
Yes, we just need access to the dish through these people. And he, the janitor comes towards him, sort of stumbling, zombie-like.
Got it. All right. And Bobby's gonna pull out her slingshot and be like, "Okay," and I'll do my best.
You can do it.
Beat up a teacher.
She's a Jan.
Yeah, come on.
And then one more. Ooh, there's 1 6 in there. There's 1 6 in there.
Okay, awesome, great. Yeah, so it hits the janitor. Where are they at? Oh, what happened? What happened, RB?
Nothing.
Okay.
He has a stroke of genius, but
Okay, so it hits the janitor in the eye. He sort of stumbles backward. And Zemansky's able to sort of get him down on the ground and subdued. What's RB doing? Something? No.
yeah, he turns around, and on the ground he's trying to work on this radio that I assume he brought this stuff.
Yes.
Great.
Here's all the stuff. Yes, of course.
And he's like, Mr. Zemansky, I got an idea.
What is it?
Open his thing up. Okay, what if we made a radio signal that was louder than that one, or at least closer? If we're close enough to it, maybe we can interfere with it. We get by these people, or just beat them up. I don't know.
Yes, that's all we need. Yes, that's fine. That's great. And so he starts getting to work with you on this. Let's make a tech roll. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to basically, you know, and you have those RF emitters, or those not RF emitters, but the FM
yes, totally
emitters. So trying to create maybe a signal that if it's close enough to them will be stronger than whatever's coming, but I don't know. So we're reverse modifying the radio to put out its own signle, and I need Mr. Zemansky's help.
He's got a hookup that allows him to do that. So he attaches it onto the signal. So you're trying to essentially hose them with anti-staticky radio stuff. Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, roll that freaking tech. Let's do it.
A bigger signal.
Yes, tinker.
Just a sec.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna use some luck. We're gonna roll eight more dice to see
if
we can.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, use your luck. This is the time.
Yeah.
1 6. And I'm
That's-
gonna roll for just.
Yes.
I want the extra.
Yeah, just to get
stuff.
some extras.
Nothing, just one.
Okay, 1 6. Okay, so you attach Mr. Zemansky's like super connector. It's a suppressor, he calls it. He said it allows him to talk to his signal, so it emits its own signal, and he sort of hoses it in their direction, and the people sort of seem at least momentarily confused enough and like sort of backed off enough that he's able to run forward, and you guys get access to the dish. And he starts hooking up, like without any pause, he starts hooking this up and seeing what he can get as far as interacting, getting the signal, getting the third triangulation. You see him
one
like,
in the balls on the way back.
yes, great, yes. You go,
I'm biting the hand of the one that grabbed me and picked me up.
yes, and he's sort of been like dazed enough that he's like, oh. It's great. He starts furiously taking notes. Chelsea, you see that he's taking down the notes, and then Jimmy, as you stand up, you and Bobbi look out, and you hear Mr. Zemansky sort of like triangulating. Well, it's not on this street. It's not on this street. And as you all look, you start seeing lines of cars moving through the streets, all towards the same location. It's heading towards the old Cartersville Steelworks, the old factory, which has been shut down for years. So as he said, as you see it, Mr. Zemansky said, they're at the Steelworks. They're bringing them there. So everyone who's been affected by this signal is being led to the same location. If we can go there, we can shut it down before whatever is going to happen happens.
Who has a car? Sarah.
Or
Sarah
Mr.
has a car.
Zemansky.
I also have a car.
You might have a car.
Yeah, I have a car. Sure.
But if Sarah has a car, maybe
Fine, we'll ask Sarah. Unless you want to ask her, RV.
So I think
there.
cutting the scene, you race down to the parking lot. Are you trying to get Sarah and get her car involved?
No. But I think I
Yeah.
think on the way down real quickly, I think like as we're going through,
Yes.
it's one of
Yes.
these wonderful scenes where RB turns to Chelsea and says, "Hey, I like your sister, and I hope you'll give me permission."
I mean,
I don't know what she's gonna say, but
you know what, RV? If she'll take you, you can have her.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay, end scene.
And Mr. Zemansky's just like racing through this opening doors, and he's like talking to himself. He's like, what could this be? What could the nature of this signal be? What could they have let loose? Something that's trying to get out of something. I just don't understand it.
Was there ever someone that got trapped in that old place? Is that why it's shut down?
He sort of looks back. Let's see if anyone make a comprehend roll. I think Chelsea's pretty good at those.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I can look and compare my notes to Mr. Zemansky's notes to see if there's anything I can do.
Ooh, yeah. So you guys get into his car, which is like, there's a lot of fast food bags in there,
Nice.
sort of left over in the back seat. But it's
Don't
Just
judge
fillets.
teachers; they work hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ew.
It's hard being a
We love
teacher.
teachers here in Ghostlight RPGs.
that's right.
Yeah, teachers are awesome. That's fine. Yeah, nobody trash our teachers. All right, so yeah, you're all getting in the car, and like Chelsea, you're in the front, like comparing these notes
Yeah.
as you like drive and try to get around traffic of these people who are lined up trying to get to this location. You'll see
Okay.
people walking along the side of the road. There's just so many people headed towards this old factory.
Okay. When I use mine, do I pick investigate or comprehend, or do I do
Yeah.
all of them?
You
pick
just pick
one.
one. Yeah, pick
Pick
one.
one?
The one that you
Okay.
feel is most
They're the
appropriate.
same.
Yeah.
Comprehend. I guess either way, they're
Yeah,
all the same.
they're-
All
yeah,
the same
they're
number.
Cool.
Let's see. One. I got 2 6s.
2 6s. Okay. So what you are able to recall is that in the late 1800s, there was an accident at one of the factories where one of the furnaces went haywire, like sort of opened up and was like spraying fire and like molten steel through this whole factory. And the owners of the factory were worried that the furnace would be irreparably damaged, and they sent in 25 steelworkers to fix the problem, essentially, and all of them died inside. trapped inside this room with this furnace in the basement of this factory. It was covered up for many years, and just a few years ago, it was sort of like the evidence for all this was like rediscovered and exactly what happened, because it was just sort of an accident, but they realized what happened with the people who had run this factory and everything. So, yeah, that is the story that you were able to understand about what happened back in the day with this place.
All right.
And you could communicate that to the group if you want, or keep it to yourself.
I'll communicate it to the group, and just say, I don't think there's any episode of Murder, She Wrote that can help me here.
Whoa.
But Jessica Fletcher, give me strength. I'm gonna clutch my necklace.
Yes.
RB puts pants on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Roll for body? No.
Right? Yeah.
Can you actually do that in a moving car?
Yeah.
Or do you rip them?
Oh, amazing.
How long does it
Yeah.
take to get there? I'm just curious.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless there's something that you want to do in more time.
No.
Yeah, just a few minutes. And eventually you get to this area that is just so full of cars that you have to get out and start walking towards the place. And everyone who's walking towards it, they're not even aware of you. All of the people are just sort of walking straight towards this factory, and people are like walking inside it, and they all just sort of like totally entranced by this thing. Jimmy, as you're walking there, you see your mom walking towards this factory.
I run over to her and kind of try to grab her hand and yank her back towards us.
Yeah, she gets anxious, but doesn't even look at you, and just sort of pulls away and keeps walking, sort of shaking a little bit in her heels.
Mom, come on, Mom, stop.
No response.
I kind of turn panicked to look back at everyone else. What do I do?
Chelsea runs up and tries to talk to Jimmy's mom.
Okay.
Try to get her attention. Like, hi, remember me? I'm Chelsea. I so loved that dinner you cooked for us, and trying to try my way into see if there's any sort of response there.
Mom, I wore the outfit you gave me. Mom.
It looks so good.
She says, "We need to be free." She's just like mumbling under her breath, and drops a piece of paper on the ground that was bundled in a fist. As you pick it up, you see it's a mortgage payment bill, and shows how much overdue they are. But she keeps walking towards this thing, with just like this sort of procession of people all slowly walking into the factory.
I don't think that anything's going to change until we stop that signal from going out.
Bobby's right. We have
Let's
to go.
stop it.
Let's go.
Yep. So you all head inside. Mr. Zemansky is coming with you. And you walk into the factory, and it's like this big empty factory floor. There's 3 stories of it that are now open that used to be 3 floors, but the floors have collapsed in the meantime. And you see at the very far end, people are gathered, and there's like a bit of ceiling left over, but people are starting to try and pull the bricks out. And you see that this is essentially the place where people were, you believe, where the accident happens, where people were buried in here, and it's as if they're trying to get them out. You see this old women with bloody fingernails trying to pull these things out.
Dark-sided.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and they're just all gathered, and people sort of all pushing forward, trying to start pulling this out. And Zemansky looks at it and says, "They're going to collapse the roof on themselves."
What do we do? What do we do?
And he looks down at his radio and the little tool that he has, and he's like, "If we can interact with the frequency somehow, if we can." You saw that figure that showed up on the dance floor. That if we could talk to them through this.
How did you? They saw it, Emma. Bobby, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You saw it. How did you find it? Why did he?
Well, the first step, like portal opened up, like a rip in the time and space, and then he came out, and he said that he wanted to be free, but it didn't seem like he felt like talking too much.
Well, we did kind of fire a slingshot at him and hit him with a nunchuck before he said anything.
That maybe might have happened. Yes.
Yeah.
I think the longer that you're able to maintain being directly with the signal, because it's the signal's moving, the longer you can stay on the signal, I think the more likely you are to have one of those apparitions, to have it manifest.
Do we have Sarah's radio? Oh, I've got this one, I guess. Okay.
Just set them up like they're game controllers in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do both of them.
Yeah.
Try to find like a cart to move with us.
Exactly. Exactly.
He says, I think the signal is coming from in there. The closer we can get, the better.
Are they're these radio zombies? Are they mostly ignoring us?
Yeah, they're completely
Okay.
ignoring you. No one's interacting with you at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Is the signal going to be coming from like up on the roof or down in the furnace?
I don't understand what the loop found. I mean, this must be related to the loop, to some experiment they did, but I think maybe there's something that remained of those men down there. Some energy that's manifesting now as this frequency. I don't know. Obviously, it sounds like I'm moving into sentimental hogwash about souls. Not that you can't believe in souls. If any of you are religious, I'm sorry. I'm a teacher. But I just, yeah.
So how do we get inside? Is there a window we could sneak in through, or a fire escape?
That could work. Yeah, I think we can head and he like points out a window that you could like sort of walk around and like avoid most of the crowd. So.
Okay. And RB's gonna have these radios going, and just for thematic purposes, as he's trying to find it, he passes through a few songs, including the voice of a queen singing "All We Hear Is Radio Gaga, Radio Gaga, Radio Gaga."
Yes.
Just because it's thematic, and then I pass through that station and try to locate the signal to start finding it.
Yeah, and both of you, when you find it, it goes, I want to break free.
Yeah.
Which some key just put into the chat.
So yeah, it's all that. Yep.
Yeah, all thematic things.
Just any other thematic song that's popping up on the radio as we're passing.
Yeah, it's very lucky.
Yeah.
So you all climb down and you find yourself essentially in the midst of this crowd of people, sort of sitting down in front of this big iron grate of where this like the door into where this furnace might have been sort of once upon a time, but it's now like covered up with stuff that has been built over, and people are like trying to, like, you hear people groaning and grumbling and like swearing to themselves as they're trying to pull these, and like a brick comes out from the wall. So Mr. Zemansky, starts pulling out this like sort of megaphony looking thing, and says, "Are we ready?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's roll some tech for RB and Chelsea, if you were the one operating the other radio, or if you want someone else to operate it, depending on your tech score.
I have 4, but does anyone have a higher one?
You're gonna be great.
For what?
Or anything with tech.
Tech.
If
I have
we're calculating,
4, but nothing higher.
Yeah, calculating you could do it, Jimmy.
because we're adding. You add calculate plus tech, right?
Yep, plus tech. Yeah.
So I'd be a 7.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I hand over.
I'm just holding the radio for you.
Yeah, I sort of drop my flashlight and start fiddling with the radio.
Yeah, great. Yeah, go ahead and make your rolls.
1-6.
Nope, that's too nice. All right, a 6, amazing.
1-6.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, so you guys are finding the signals, and like it's kind of beautiful. Like both of you are standing next to it, or just like moving completely in concert, like following the signal as it moves. And you see this static starting to appear in front of you, and it gets wide until there's this cloud of static in front of you, and you start seeing multiple shapes stepping forward out of this. Old like wiry men with these big caps with the with the headlights on them, and
Ooh.
bigger, brawnier men, like all these people who, the frequencies of these men who died in this accident many years ago. And they step forward, and the one in front, who's the one that you hit with the nunchucks, says, "Let us out." And the voice echoes through, and you hear a bunch of the people say, "Let us out."
Ugh.
Well, how do we do that? Sir,
And
person?
they're helping us. Unblock us from this place. Mr. Zemansky says, they're going to collapse. All these people are going to be crushed.
What are you gonna do when you get out?
Arby's worried about this.
Yeah. We just want to be free. We've been here for so long.
Did they bury them?
You're hurting these people.
They're gonna die too if you keep doing this. They're gonna get smashed.
And then you'll be trapped still. Let us
And
find a better way.
There'll be even more ghosts or whatever you are.
The building is fine. There's just the fire in the lower room. Why would it hurt them?
Oh, they don't know what time. Well, they don't know the time's passed. I don't think. Right? Is that what's happening?
Who's the president of the United States?
Crap.
What year is it right now?
William
There you
McKinley
go.
is the president of the United States.
Oh no, I don't do very well in social studies. When is
So-
that?
You still asked.
Very late 1800s.
You might be right. I don't know.
Inconclusive.
It's 1889 to 1891.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So we can go put out that fire, but you have to stop trying to tear down the building first.
All right. So who's gonna roll who's gonna make a roll on this?
Who's
who
good at
who
charm?
feels confident in communication?
Hi. Yes. I excelled in speech class. Hello. Yes, we are so happy to help. If you could just tell everyone to hold for just a second while we figure out how to help you. And I'm gonna try to use my charm.
Okay.
Roll 7 dice.
Great. Yeah. Do it. Do you have an iconic item you could
I
use?
do. I have my notebook.
You could use
It's
it
like, we have been
somehow?
working so hard to figure out how to help you. And I
Yes.
flip through all my notes, and I'm like, see, we want to help. I wouldn't have. Look, it's color coded anyway. Very impressive. And that gives me an extra.
Yeah, 2 extra.
Two extra.
You got 9. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure you have that many d6s with you.
I do now.
Amazing. Wow.
I found them. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. One's cocked. Hold on. Okay. I only got 1 6.
Wow. Okay, but that's a success. Before the shapes of these static men do anything, the people sort of slow down, and you see like people with bricks in their hands sort of stop momentarily, and he says, "There's nothing you can do to save us. We know that we're gone. But we just want to be at peace. Thought that being free would help us."
Well, we can still help, just not like this.
Oh.
Well, that's what we're here to figure out. Like I said, we're here to help. Everyone.
The figures grow silent, waiting for your answer, for your thoughts.
We can go in there and see. Maybe there's something we can unbury.
Yeah. Zemansky's looking at the entrance, just clearly a little bit concerned about its structural integrity, because I don't want it to collapse on any of you. It might be that these frequencies, they might just have to get used to the fact that they're dead. I don't know whether there's anything we can do to help them. Maybe it's just.
Can we? And he pulls out his cassette tape. Maybe we can record them. You guys can tell your story or something, and we can keep it on this cassette, and you can say your goodbyes.
Ooh, yeah. You want to make a roll on that?
Empathize.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know how it feels to have something you want to say.
Yeah.
These people died. And this boy loves the 17-year-old.
It's
the same.
Just keep your pants on this time.
6.
Yes. Yeah. So the figures, the static figures sort of shake before you, and you see them maybe conversing with one another, though you can't hear the words. And some of them seem angry and frustrated, this isn't what we asked for. But the one in the front, finally, takes off his staticky cap and says, "We'll tell you." And Zemansky grabs the cassette tape and starts setting this thing up, setting this in, and he nods to all of you and says, "Okay, we're ready."
Chelsea's drawing everything that's happening.
Okay, great. And the figures of these lost steel workers start to tell their story, and each one of them gets up, and they start telling what happened to them. And there's even little bits where people in the crowd sort of take on the persona of these individuals, and these little pantomimes of their lives being played out. And over the course of the next 45 minutes, you hear the stories of the men that led to this tragic accident and to all of their deaths. And it starts to rain and is sort of falling through the broken ceiling of this factory. And eventually they end their story, and you see the static figures slowly start to fade away. And as each one fades, a number of people go, what's going on? And you start hearing the crowd sort of mumbling, sort of confused and concerned about what's happening.
I run over to my mom.
Yes.
Is she?
Yeah. She's sitting like legs splayed, just on a stack of bricks, and her finger, her nice painted nails are snapped, and she's just sitting sort of confusedly and looks up at you guys. Zengming?
Mama, your hands. Let me. And I'm gonna undo some of the strips that I've got and kind of start tying them around her hands.
Sure.
Just kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And she just hugs you. And she says, "I'm so sorry. Things have been so hard lately."
It's okay, Mom. It's
I'm
okay.
Sorry.
I know. It's okay. You can tell me.
I just don't know. I'm just afraid. But I'm grateful to have you. You're a brave boy. And a smart boy.
I know. I'm sorry, Mom. I know you love me. I know I can do better.
No, it's not about that. She starts looking around and goes, "Where on earth are we? What's happening?"
It's a long story. Just you should go home. I can explain it to you later.
Oh. Okay. you hear some cars driving up, big white vans emblazoned with the symbol of the loop are driving up, and people in white are coming out and starting to like help these people who are saying, oh yes, everything's fine, it's just an accident down at the loop. And there's the like talking, you hear them talking to people, and Zemansky looks at them with sort of wild uncertainty in his eyes. The last of the figures are fading. Do any of you interact with them as they start to fade, or do anything else with any of the other people in the crowd?
I'll just say I'm sorry to the one that I hit with a slingshot.
Yeah, and it sort of looks down at itself and shrugs as it dissipates. Yeah.
I hope we did enough.
I hope this helps.
I wonder if this would count as extra credit for history class.
To look at Mr. Szymanski and I smile.
I'm not history. Look, I can't. I don't.
This
We
would
have, like,
be,
Put a
really
good
strict
word in for
requirements
us,
from the
though.
state.
this is a primary source. We just learned about these. That means it came from the actual mouth of the people.
That is
And
what
I've already
Carson-
written my paper on it, and I show him my notebook.
Oh,
This is very impressive. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll have to talk to your teacher about the time when we taught to a bunch of dead steelworkers, ghosts. Yeah. This
No, it'd
should
be
go
good.
over fine. Oh. And he's just like looking sort of more and more distressed. Finally takes off his earmuffs. He's like, those were really warm. Ugh.
Is the lizard
Um,
okay? Is Samantha
yeah.
okay?
The lizard was sort of like the lizard looks fine. You look at Mr. Zemansky's hand and it's covered in bites.
it's just a nasty lizard.
Yeah, it's really
I love
good.
Snicker Snack.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is your lizard so stressed anyway?
So stressed?
You said that people who have like grievances are affected more by it.
Oh,
Lives in a little cage. Maybe that's part of it.
I need
Should
to
set him
figure
free.
terrarium.
Let him out more.
Zemansky.
Yeah, I should.
I
let
don't
it
know
free.
if Pittsburgh has the right environment for a horned
Yeah.
lizard.
Yeah, exactly. That's my worry about.
Just
I don't know.
saying.
Maybe I'll take it to my
Bigger
family
tank.
in Colorado or
Mr.
Arizona.
Zemansky, can Jimmy join the robotics club?
If Jimmy wants to.
I mean, yeah.
He's good at it.
Do I have to like present things in front of the rest of the school?
Only if we ever did a robotics presentation. We've never done any of those yet. Why do you want to do that or
No,
don't wanna
no,
do that? Oh. Yeah, I mean, no one particular. I mean, except in world-ending scenarios like this, no one particularly cares what we do in the robotics club. So, yeah, I think you can be rest assured of your anonymity, my friend.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right, then it's a deal. Reach out of your hand. Is that his hand? Great.
Take it.
I guess you
Anyone
guys
else
can join too if you want.
Yeah, anyone else want to join the robotics club? It's great. We have Pepsi.
Oh,
We're not
Pepsi's
supposed
okay, I guess.
to, but Mr.
Yeah.
Z gives it to us.
You got robots that punch stuff?
We're doing pretty simple robots. They're not like people from the loop, but yeah, it's
I can
sometimes
take
pretty cool.
notes. The minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, I can do the presentations if you want, Jimmy.
I mean, yeah. And if we build a punching robot, I can practice with it.
these
And
are
I
great
can
ideas.
Teach it how to punch.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can
We're
teach
already
it.
on to like simpler things immediately. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Kids, am I right?
Standing in the rubble of this
Yes.
steel mill, just
It's like
There's
let's
people
let's-
screaming in the background. What are my hands doing?
like, all right, let's get home. Mr. Zemansky sort of walks you back to his car, and you can head off with your mom, Jimmy, if you want, whatever. So with that, we close the mystery of the strange radio signal. You discovered where it came from. You were able to, as far as you could tell, put these spirits to rest. So that's our Halloween story there. But are there any sort of epilogue moments for our characters? You don't have to have anything big, but are there any scenes or final things that happen for your characters in the last, our last moments here?
I invite RB over for dinner.
Oh my gosh.
And then us also ask if there are any sort of cool pop culture references that I could use to impress Jeremy. And also ask that Sarah joins family dinner that night instead of going out.
Yes, and RB will tell Chelsea you should look into Columbo.
Columbo. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another. Maybe he's seen it, maybe he hasn't. But then you could show him.
All right, good. She
Um,
writes that down.
And I imagine at dinner the whole time, they're just like I don't know how Sarah feels or what she's acting like.
Yeah,
And
so what? You good.
I think RB is just like completely normal, like confidently eating and like thanks for the being a polite young house guest. But I don't know what she's like at the table.
Yeah, I think her first interaction with him is when he comes in the house. She like shakes his hand and says, "Hey, RB, nice to see you again. I'm glad you and Chelsea saved the world. Did you hear that, Mom and Dad? They saved the world on Halloween."
Yeah.
Is the radio okay?
Yeah. She's like, got my radio a little bit dirty, and it's a little bit weird on the cassettes, but sometimes makes a weird noise.
Yeah,
but
don't
it's
play that
fine.
cassette. Maybe we take the cassette. Maybe we take the cassette. Give me that.
But there's a moment when like everyone's heading towards the table, and it's Sarah and RB, and she says, "Look, can I be honest with you?
Of course.
So I can't go on dates with anyone who's younger than high school. That's my rule. But I wanted to say that was really not just brave, but it was cool. I'm glad you like that movie. We'll have to talk about it sometime."
Hey, it's cool. My dad told me once, age is just a number. And, maybe when we're older, it won't matter so much. And that's okay. I understand, but I guess let me know if you change your mind.
Sure.
Just eating my pork chop.
It was like a long conversation in the other room with these two. She's like, I said, dates, but if you and your friends, we could go to a movie sometime. Go to the arcade.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Chelsea's
Awesome.
totally listening to all of this and just yells, "He's getting that new game system soon!"
Oh, I hope. Oh, Chelsea, another one. Well, it's a little different. It's a little more, I don't know. It's a little more edgy, but you could look at Remington Steele.
Remington Steele.
Yeah.
And as you're referencing, Sarah pats you on the back and walks into the,
shoot.
the dining room.
And RB kind of sighs, smiles. Age is just a number, and kind of walks back out into it all.
Chelsea's just laughing to herself.
Yes, so good.
Just like TV.
Just like TV.
Yeah, that's it.
Great. Any other epilogues for our characters? I love that. It's wonderful.
I feel Jimmy comes up to the hideout one day with like a little plastic bag with a bunch of dice that have too many sides. He's like, okay, so this bunch of like high school seniors who seemed really cool. I met them and they were playing this thing, and I don't know. I thought it might be fun if we like give it a go or something.
Like, what is it? What do you mean? How do you play it?
Do we throw those at each other?
Does it involve notes?
Kind of. Yes. It's like gambling, but with
Oh.
lives.
I'm game.
I'll try it. Sounds fun.
All right. So apparently the most important thing is we need a cleric. I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, so you pull out the book that Chet gave you, the like basic Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know what it's like, first edition, second edition, it's old school stuff.
Like a Xerox copy.
Yes, amazing. I love it. So you guys begin your first foray, maybe in Jimmy's basement or something. Love it. That's great. Anything for Bobbi?
No, I think that's a perfect way to end it.
Yeah. We zoom out from you guys to the thing. Great, wonderful, and that ends our game of Tales from the Loop. So thank you guys so much. That was such a delight. We're ending a little bit early, but so we'll give people a little bit of a pause in our big 24-hour live stream. Oh crap! I didn't say all the words.
Come on.
Say them all. Say them all.
Yes.
more.
Pause in our
Commit.
Halloween Spooktacular Screamsicle Spookstravaganza Skeletal Tabletop Role Pleading Live Scream. I really like Skeletal Tabletop.
Skill.
Nobody complimented me on this, and I'd
No
like
one
to
like this, so I'm gonna compliment myself. But so after this, I am so excited for our final stream of the night, which is going to be Ravenloft, a classic D&D adventure.
We had the luck to play just with Graham. I think this adventure or something's like it last Halloween. And It
Yes.
was so fun and thematic, and it's
great.
so great. So I'll be
Yes.
watching.
Yes, yeah, it's so cool. It's a really wonderful and real classic if you just want to have scary Halloween stuff. I feel like that's been so cool about this stream, is just like getting all this variety of cool Halloween stuff. So in terms of this, thinking of these outro things, so thanks to everybody who was involved in this. Thanks to the people who have subscribed on Patreon. We've already got that started. There is some Patreon subscribing happening, which is so cool, and would love for that to happen more if there are more people who want to subscribe to our Patreon and help support Ghostlight RPGs. Very, very cool. And also, if you are interested in finding more content from us, all of our past streams, including this one, will be found on our YouTube channel, Ghostlight RPGs. You can find all the old shows, the one about toys, Blood on My Blood, Pitfalls and Ponies, The Contraband, all of it. It's all here. A veritable Jorge Luis Borges endless library of content, and there's gonna be more happening. So excited to have been a part of this. Thank you so much. Justin, are you around? Are you gonna take us out? What's going on? Yeah, so we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much for being here for the stream. It was so much fun. Peace, everybody.